And we are recording.
Cool. So last time, Theal became like a ghost. Kassam became a ghost. And K2 now has a cool anti-magic shield with a third eye on it. I think. We all got summarily teleported back to High Gulf with the help of our bestest good friend, Tom Eric. And before we headed out to Sarnath, we had a little bit of a thing to happen, which is that Darkalion needed to die.
Yeah.
And after all, who best to kill you than the people you've traveled with the whole time? So after being tied up and dunked in a vat of blood, he had Briar hold him under until he stopped breathing.
Didn't scar it at all. No, it's fine.
No, yeah, not traumatizing at all. No, definitely not. We set off for Sarnath. Not a whole lot's happened. We had an encounter with some kind of large entity, which tales from at least the Sarnathi Navy tell that an encounter with such an entity is good luck for those who encounter it. We did, after 10 days of resting in the blood vat, we brought Darkalion back and found out that his curse is no longer gone. Or his curse is no longer present, it is gone. I'm good at words. And we ended off with trying to land on the island of Cosmodul to try to maybe explore it while there's not a war actively raging around it, and we're stopped basically at the dock or on the shore by the Admiral of the Navy herself. Giant golden dragonborn and really cool fucking armor. Thankfully we didn't get arrested, but she told us, yeah, no, fuck off. And we kind of promptly fucked off. And yeah, that's where we stopped.
Yep, that checks out.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got everything. Didn't miss anything.
I hope so.
Alright. As you guys begin making your way back up along the coast, it does take you several more days.
Long distance traveling.
Yeah.
Yay.
To travel up the coastline. In total, from this spot, it takes you about 8 days to make it around this entirety.
Okay, 8 days for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be 8 days just to get to like the tip. I was gonna be like,
No.
Jesus fucking
I was
Christ.
expecting that too.
Yeah, 8 days to get all around.
Okay.
I will point out as well, actually, when you guys are up here,
Yeah.
at the tip, since it's just the tip. Yep.
Aha! Gross. We're all children.
Since it is fairly clear out, you haven't encountered any bad weather on your travels. You can see down into this part of the desert, which, as far as the eye can see, is just like a flat, barren wasteland.
Wow.
Except for way off in the distance. Those of
Conveniently at
you
the red
that,
marker.
yeah, conveniently at that red marker, there's just a pillar. You can't tell what it is because it's so small, but you can tell that there's something sticking up out of the sand. And now I'll put you down here.
Wait, so we're not going to do anything about the pillar?
You can, if you want to.
Well, you've already fast traveled us all the way.
It's alright, he just rewound time. It's good.
No, only I can do that. I'm the time mage.
Yeah, and he's God.
Boo.
Yeah, fuck. You're not special.
God isn't here. That's
God
why
doesn't
I had
care.
to step up.
God is abandoning us.
Anyways,
This. All idiots.
You're just figuring that out?
No, they just continue to prove it to me.
They.
Anyway,
I was trying not to single you out, Mike, but okay.
What do you mean, Mike's people?
We're done. We're done. Chris, did you have something to say?
yeah. I was gonna say when we're honestly just right there at the edge. Just be like, alright, gather around friends, let us all get to quick know the people we shall be meeting up with. Wait. Because I like giving the presentation for who everyone is. With like big smile. So you have heard me and my brother talk about Pon, the little fucking annoyance. I love him. He's great. Pon is our information gatherer. Basically, he knows all, sees all. Apparently, fucking demon man. We also have Rook, who is part of information.
Yes.
She's a giant whore. She distracts, basically. She distracts. Pre-game, she's always willing. So we will not judge too much. I will not judge too much.
Hold on. Question, Sarah, next. Why are you lying to them?
Yeah. Yeah. I will definitely judge, but it'd be that way. I don't see you would know that I'm lying about that, you fucking slut. Anyways, we also have our lovely, lovely depressed boy Bishop. He is sad, always. Just mostly trading a lot. Stop going off. Yeah, and then we have our always lovely, lovely destroyer of worlds and eater of mankind. Please don't. Just don't with her. Don't. And she just kind of points about. You should probably never eat in camp. For your own well-being.
That's not entirely the case.
You sit there and fucking look at me and tell me I'm wrong.
I think he just did.
What?
That woman has tackled me before to lick the blood off of me. Fuck. She will eat literally anything that was once meat.
I've seen her eat a Sarnathi guardsman out of their plate mail.
It's disgusting.
You have been warned.
It's awful. Yeah, there's quick guide to the main group. But
Does that make the two of you king and queen then?
ew.
No.
I was just noticing a theme.
Yes.
You left out
Yes.
two pieces.
That- It was not our decision. It was their collective decisions to make those their own names.
Alright then.
I accept Shadow, Forge Mistress, or that bitch.
I thought Shadow was the name of all the people that were like hunting you.
It's a
You are
nickname
correct.
because I'm his shadow. Little tiny shadow. Mostly from when I was small, but still.
Yes.
A lot of liberal use of Shadow these days, and honestly, I'm not feeling unique anymore.
You and I both.
Sad.
What did you
You're the only-
used to
you're the
have
only
as a
one that-
name too?
You're the only one that
I'm
doesn't
from
like
the
scales.
Shadow Plane.
And I have a living shadow.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Wait, what?
I love that.
Yeah, wait, what?
Best response to that, honestly.
Wait. Fail, you're telling me Mr. Sees Everything never noticed that my shadow never quite lined up with what I was doing.
That's
I mean,
hilarious. I love
I just
every moment
haven't
of that.
spent a lot of time looking at your shadow. That is interesting now that you mention it, though. That is fascinating. How did you do that?
Family secret.
Ah,
That's it.
The safe
you
option.
you are truly a unique one.
Apparently not anymore.
No, I assure you, my friend. The collective will enjoy you. Yes, for sure.
I cry for you. Anyways, any questions on that madness we're walking into?
Are they going to be there at the port, or are they going
No.
to be in the
I
city?
hope not.
Okay.
They're gonna be forbid out.
Got it. Okay. Hey, what's that over there?
It looks to be a pillar.
Oh shit, there actually is something out there.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Oh shit! It was a distraction tactic. Wait.
Distraction tactic worked a little too well. What?
What is that? That is my question. What is the pillar for?
Oh,
We've actually run into these things before. Each one seems to be keyed into a different school of magic. And what school they're keyed into becomes very evident once you get closer to it. We've been trying to destroy them. How many have we
Oh,
destroyed
that
now? 3?
2 or 3 at least.
3, I believe.
It was 3, and then there's that other one that we weren't able to destroy in the
Yeah.
tundra.
Yeah, that started turning your guys' guts inside out, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
what?
Good times.
Yeah.
We found 5.
Oh, we
I think
found
I was
5.
immune to that one with the guts thing.
There
I think
was
you
the
were,
yeah, so there was the necrotic one in Northshire, which we destroyed. Then there was the water one. Then like the earth one, the tundra one was
Where was the Earth?
poison. South of Kidividi.
Oh.
We Zorsha
remember
blew it up with radiant, I think it was, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the tundra, which we haven't destroyed.
Yeah, which was the
Uh,
poison one.
So we had to deal
Yeah.
with a worm or something at the time, so
Right.
we had to put
And
it
then-
in that.
My brain doesn't remember this one, but I have it written here, which was big tree, spiders question mark, fire in parentheses. And I don't remember what this is from.
What?
But
I don't
it's on
remember-
the list of the blight statues, and I'm so confused.
I don't remember spiders. I
Spiders?
remember, like,
The
Spiders were at the
in-
witches,
Yeah,
or
the
the
witches'
hag's
Yeah.
hut.
that was
Yeah.
the water one.
And the big tree was when we were in that other kind of shadow zone or whatever that was. Where we,
Yeah, it was near the time sphere.
Yeah, no, I have the
No.
water one down. No.
Yeah. That one was like here. It was off Nigel's Point.
There was a pillar off of Nigel's Point?
There was an idol, yes.
I do not remember that.
For your notes in the future, maybe mark the session episode for
Yeah, that's.
referencing in the future if that would help. I'm just saying.
I just it's the fact that I have big tree. Why did I just write big tree? Like everything
Well,
else
there
I was
was a
really
big
A lot of
specific.
your
tree.
chaos notes.
It's like
really do.
Northshire, and then like the Splinterwood, south of Kitty Tundra, and then it's just big tree. And I'm like, why was
yeah.
I so vague on number 5?
There was
Love
the big
that.
tree around the time sphere. I don't remember there being a big tree near Nigel's Point. If that's
I legit have no
Well,
idea what the fuck you're talking
it wasn't a big tree. It was a tree that was like on fire.
Was it like a
It-
tall
it-
effigy
Yeah,
of
remember?
something?
Couldn't we see
Yeah.
it like?
Yeah,
Where we-
burning effigy
so
of someone. or
yeah.
something.
The effigy was in Nigel's Point. It was just
Yeah.
a tree that was on fire. It was just big in relation to us. It was not nowhere near as big as the one in the forest.
and there was a pillar there.
There was an idol inside of the tree.
In the
That's what was-
tree.
that's what was conjuring the spiders.
Yeah, I remember now.
I don't remember
All
this at all.
right.
I don't remember
Sure.
spiders at all.
Yeah, I remember.
I knew.
Wait,
Or
by idol,
insects.
do you mean like one of
The
like
only
the dog idols?
No, by
No,
idol I
no,
mean
one of the
like
Blight
the idols of the
statues.
Halo, which is the ones that you
Yeah.
guys are talking about.
Only
Those are
spiders
idols,
I
not
can
pillars.
think of is from the
It wasn't.
the hag
Maybe it
tribe.
wasn't spiders
Okay,
necessarily.
I
It was
put
insects
spiders-
of some sort.
I put spiders question mark. To be
It was.
fair,
It was.
so I think
It was
just
insects
that-
of some sort.
Yeah, it was just more of the fact that they were just like bugs, and I just put spiders question mark. But I don't think they were actually specifically spiders.
Yeah, that
No,
might be
it was-
why.
Anyways,
I don't
we
remember the
found
session.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
But we have destroyed 4.
Right, sure.
Anyways,
Did any of your pillars have a number on them?
I don't know. Did any of our pillars have a number?
I don't think we've ever looked close
I don't-
enough to look for a number. Usually it's like a dire, let's destroy it before it kills us type of thing.
Yeah.
Are they also far enough to be large enough to be visible from this point?
The
the one in-
statue specifically?
The one in the tundra was visible from a distance.
I think at least we were like 300 feet out or so, and we could
I
roughly see it.
well, yeah, but like we're like this is like further into the desert. This is like multiple miles into the desert that we can be seeing this thing. So this thing would be huge.
I mean, have they all been the same size?
I don't think
Thus
they've all
far?
been the same size.
God? Are you there?
I also don't think they would be large enough to be seen from this distance.
No, they're all roughly the size.
Like the total thing is like maybe like altar and idol is like maybe person sized.
Okay, so
Well, there's
the
not
pill-
really an altar with them. It's
Well,
literally
yeah,
just
but,
an
like-
idol. Yeah.
Okay,
But still.
so this big pillar then isn't an idol.
No.
It's okay.
Far too big.
Then
Might have
never
an idol
mind.
in it.
I
might-
misunderstood what we were looking at.
it's a pillar. A nice
There's-
pillar.
We don't
And a
really
rock.
know what it is.
It's my +3 perception coming in hot.
Oh.
You were just like, ooh, look, a thing. In the distance.
As far as I'm aware, we collective Sarnath do not understand what that thing is.
Has
Wait,
it
so you-
always been there?
Should we have the time?
It has been there for as long as I am aware of our history.
Have you ever been to it?
I have not.
Oh, let's go check it out.
Yes.
10-minute adventure. It'll be fun.
I mean, we've made it this
Your
far.
tone
No reason
betrays
not
your
to.
words. Fine.
Our 10-minute adventures are always fun.
On an adventure, Charlie.
See, I'm hoping for like
Adventure.
some kind of Rosetta Stone bullshit, where I can finally translate the charcoal etching I got from that island like years ago in real time.
Doesn't Dark
Oh my
Galleon
God,
have a thing where
true.
he can comprehend any written language?
No,
I can
not like
understand any
spoken.
spoken languages.
Yeah.
However,
Okay.
written, it's beyond me.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hated dead languages.
Yay!
Yay.
I love corpse talk.
Same.
God damn it, Krista.
That's a weird part of TikTok.
What do you mean every part of TikTok is a weird part of TikTok?
That's fair.
It's all degenerate.
Watch TikTok.
So no, I don't have the Chinese spyware.
Not every part of TikTok is weird. You just haven't made your way to maple syrup TikTok yet.
Oh,
I
Jesus Christ!
Don't care
A
enough.
really nice side of TikTok.
I would like to play D&D, please. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay, so I guess we're trying to find a place to anchor
How
and
far out is
head
that?
into the... Yeah, I guess that's also a fair estimate.
How far is the pillar?
Yeah.
It's several miles inland, so at this point it'd be 8 miles or so.
Quick question. If we came in from, like, the east side, would that put us slightly closer? Like over here-ish?
Maybe. Maybe not. Hard to tell.
Wait, I think I'm lost on which red point we're looking at, honestly.
The one on the tip of the island we're right next to.
Oh!
This one, I'm assuming, is one we're talking about?
Oh, I thought we were talking about that one.
Oh, that's way too far. You can't see
Yeah,
that thing.
I didn't think we could.
Listen, that's why I'm confused.
All good.
Do we really want to stop? Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm confusing myself. I'm just gonna nope.
Maybe we can find like a cool inlet going a bit more inland that we can drop anchor at and go ashore.
Essentially, yes. We have many offhand, but we do not often venture into the deserts.
Yeah, I think it's just slightly closer if we come from the east, but I mean, with this size, it really doesn't mean that much.
Right.
I mean, like 8 hours. It's like a 2-hour walk. That's nothing. By 8 hours,
8
I
hours
meant
for
8
2
miles.
hours?
And 8 hours
I
is
was,
a
I
2-hour
was like,
walk? I am so
was
lost.
like, I was like, that was some math right there.
Don't come for me. I had a busy day at work. All right.
So,
But would we
Too
be
bad.
our D&D group if we didn't come for you, though, Mike?
just got you there.
I'm also distracted by grilled cheese.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
rude.
that's completely fair then. Completely acceptable.
Okay. Yeah, I guess find a place to anchor off at, and I guess start heading into the desert.
Yeah.
What time of day is it?
Right now it would be about midday.
Not awful.
Right when it's hottest. Cool.
Yep.
Love it. Okay.
Very hot.
Oh, also, I should point out, I had this realization when we got hailed by the Admiral. It's probably not a good idea for a K2, the only clear human, to just
Whoa, whoa,
be
whoa.
like... I said clear human, you've got, like, beast powers now.
Really? No, I've dealt with the hair situation. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's
Also,
going
like,
Also,
back.
I don't have fur. You realize people grow hair all over their body at this already. It was just thicker. I'm not furry.
I didn't. Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about the fur. I was thinking more about the claws and the teeth. Like, you probably look
Whoa,
like.
And
I've
the
got those
spines.
filed down.
Yeah.
And the
I was-
spines look like they're part of my armor. Fuck off. I've dealt with this.
I'm just
I've
saying.
planned.
I like when he was describing you. I was picturing Katra from She-Ra. So
What? It's not that intense.
it sounded pretty intense.
Also, it's not like you can see my toes. I got shoes on.
Wait, are
Do
you
you
filing
know
down your teeth?
Or did your
I already have one
giant
of these.
claws break through your boots?
I think you're overestimating how crazy these things got. Yes, I
Josh
have.
said your feet too. Okay.
Yeah,
How
Yeah,
do you
I'm
see
wispy.
through
Like, you can
shoes?
kind of see
I
through
don't
me.
think I have fucking talons pointing out like a fucking velociraptor. Like,
God, weigh in on this. We need to know. I want answers, damn it.
I also
I refuse.
maintenance. I refuse. For once, I have God.
anyways,
If it would help, would you like a spare
Okay.
mask?
No, I've went enough of my life
No,
wearing
no,
a
no,
mask
you
to
said
count.
that to-
Referring
Okay.
to
Okay.
K2.
K2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
what I was going to say
Yeah.
before I got interrupted
Yeah.
was in order to kind of go a little bit more incognito with our wide assortment of various races. K2 for until stated otherwise will be using his mask of many faces to look like a tiefling version of himself.
Alright.
Because I was thinking, like, let's see, what languages do I speak that it would make sense for me to know? Oh, I know Infernal. Why don't I just pretend to be a tiefling?
There you go.
Oh shit, you know Infernal?
Problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
It was his language elective in school.
I took 2, Infernal and Abyssal.
I know Infernal.
Yeah. They just rolled into one class.
Yeah.
English language 101.
Languages of the lower planes.
We weren't
301.
paying, yeah. We weren't paying so much attention when they were teaching you the grub language. The language of the grub. Doing that.
Okay, so you guys anchor down, get on your smaller boat,
Yeah.
or your rowboat, and you rowboat your asses to shore.
Yep.
You pull the boat up onto the sand and begin your trek southward. The the pillar, growing increasingly in size as you get closer to it, obviously. And after quite a long walk, eventually, you make it to the pillar. The pillar stands approximately 150 feet tall.
Whoa.
Hmm.
That's a pillar.
Yep. It appears to be made entirely out of a black stone.
Fascinating.
It's gotta be radiating heat then.
Touch it.
I think not.
Alright.
The funny thing is, I'm not sure if that was Sarnath or Krista.
Yes.
Yeah, I was yeah, I know the actual answer is yes, but
As you
I
guys
don't know if that was
look over,
Krista shitposting or.
Nope.
Sorry, go ahead.
So this black stone, as you take a closer look out of it, it's a very rare material. You guys have hardly ever come across it before, but it is made entirely of polished onyx.
What the fuck?
Wow.
And on the north face of it, about 20 feet up, is the number 9.
Like carved into it, or
Carved into it, yep. They're also on the whole, like kind of scattered around this obelisk, are arcane runes that have long faded.
Does there appear to be any sort of like entrance to the? So you said is this a pillar or is it an obelisk?
It is an obelisk, but there is no entrance. It is
well,
basically a giant pill obelisk.
okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. No. The reason I ask is I don't think obelisks are generally like buildings. They're more of like a
Pillars, large pillars.
Can I make out what the nature of the arcane runes are?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Would anyone like to help me?
Oh, I will.
Would love to. Cannot.
I got you, buddy.
Sweet.
So what if I
Yeah.
could?
Brain power.
If Briar doesn't got you, I got you as well.
I got him.
31.
My friend, back off.
These runes, very difficult to kind of decipher what they were for. Some of them seem to be made up in parts of some kind of summoning ritual, while others of them were more defensive runes, and some of them were even offensive protection runes. All of which seem to be disabled.
Okay, so it like different sections of the runes seem to like have different purposes.
Yes. And it's more like they were scattered everywhere on the pillar. There's not like, oh yeah, the bottom 5 runes are all defensive, and the top are all summoning. No, they're just like a kid took a sticker and went, okay, right here, smack, and there's a rune there.
Is there like a pattern as to like where the runes seem to be, like the different like sections of runes, like where they lie on the pillar?
Not in the slightest.
Not like that I can tell because it's such like a large surface area, or like it just seems like it's completely random.
Completely random.
It's like you gave 6 small children stickers and said, "Have fun."
Yep. And they just kind of went, okay. There are several runes on here that you can't make out their purpose. But it's... nothing on here is working.
Right. The runes that seem like they don't have a purpose. Does it look like they're part of a bigger picture? Like maybe like if this is pillar number 9, if there's like 8 other pillars, this might be like the symbols might be 1/9 of the symbols.
It does seem like they make up a larger, like almost like arcane script.
Okay.
So what that means, you're unsure of. It could be that there are other pillars out there that would be matching, or if it's just, filler.
Sure. Fail, what were you gonna do?
Oh yeah. Because we don't like have any indication as to who made this, right?
Unless you know something I don't. No.
Okay.
I know more than God.
No, I just I asked because like I thought that Salvix had said that his people didn't really know anything about it. Would I be able to make like an investigation check or like a history check to see if I recognize any of these runes or symbols or like a culture that they would hail from? Because like I'm old as shit and I've been like everywhere except for here, really. Well, no, I've even been here because I was here in my youth.
You can make a roll. However, the DC would be astronomically too high for you to accomplish it. So no.
I mean, the DC on an impossible task is 30.
Yeah, but you'd have to have at least some understanding of the people that did it. So, like, you understand arcane script, so it's even an impossible task for you is still feasible.
Got it. Okay, that's fair.
Having no basis of understanding.
Man just has like a stroke of absolute genius. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Basically,
doesn't
like,
make sense even on
discovers-
an impossible task to be like, oh yeah, the civilization from the 5th colony from the 4th sun like came here and set up this one pillar.
Well, no, it was more like I meant like if because I don't know again if you're saying these are like again I'm not saying you're necessarily implying this, but if they're like alien or if they're from crafted by someone or someone's from another like plane of existence, then yeah, I totally get why I wouldn't recognize it. I guess my question was, does this look to be craftsmanship of someone of the material plane? And if so, would I recognize the culture that craftsmanship comes from? And if the answer is no, then the answer is no. I'm good there. I'm just trying to clarify as to what I meant.
Just above game. Sarnath is a fairly old civilization. This is older than that.
Okay. That answers my question.
Yeah. As far as my own conception for this, I don't think it would be within Thales' wheelhouse to understand anything about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
This
yeah,
pillar
I'm totally cool with that.
is potentially thousands of years old.
Ah, pre-convergence.
I'm sorry.
Fascinating.
And it is standing without a scratch on it.
Even
Maybe
more.
we-
From Obsidian. Oh my god, I love it.
Well,
Maybe because it's already served its purpose. Whoa.
maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
calm down, buddy.
Well, yeah. Scratchless, especially in the desert where sand's fucking everywhere.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he said it was polished. Maybe the sand polished it.
Yeah, that's
Or
true.
would it be even polished though?
Maybe.
To clarify,
Over
Oh.
thousands of years,
it
maybe.
is, it is made from onyx, the gemstone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said onyx or obsidian.
You
said
You
onyx.
said onyx.
We're not in like a big hurry, right?
Not particularly at the moment, no.
Cool. So
Also,
With
Josh misunderstood. It's not polished, it's Polish. That's what Polish.
Ah,
Oh,
shit.
Polish onyx. Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. All the arcane runes are actually just swears in Polish.
what I would like to do, Josh, is I would like to fly around the pillar and using Helper to record the exterior of the pillar in its entirety.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. Takes probably like 2 hours to do it, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it is well within the wheelhouse for you to accomplish. So
Yay!
So what would the rest of you like to do in this 2 hours?
I just sit in the shade of the pillar.
What shade?
What?
Does it not
Is
cast
it
a
noon?
shadow?
The
well,
sun is
yeah.
directly overhead.
Said it was
Well,
noon
well,
when we
well,
started
yeah.
our trek. It's been a couple hours.
Yeah. It took us like 2 hours, so it would be like 2 o'clock now.
I know.
And then okay.
So in the entire 2 hours that we're here, the sun never moves?
Doesn't seem to.
Oh, That's weird.
So that is bizarre, and I would take notice of that because I notice everything.
Except for shadows.
Except for shadows.
Hey, I notice big shadows, okay? Especially their absence. Right? Maybe if you were like 30 feet tall, I would have figured it out by now.
I can make my shadow 30 foot long. How's that for you?
That would also make it more obvious and therefore more helpful. So yes, thank you.
All
Please do that.
right. Put your dicks and your rulers away. We're not here for that right now.
That is
Okay,
weird.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sad. Besides the runes in the sand and obviously the enormous pillar, is there anything noteworthy in this area?
Nope.
I mean, there's sand, of course.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere.
No, I'm just saying, is like, does there look as if there's like, is there any sign that at any time there was ever any other structures in the area?
You got a shovel?
I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't have that kind of. I don't care that much.
Okay.
I mean, I can hand you a shovel.
I was gonna say
I have
the
Smith's
only
tools.
chance you have of discovering anything, as far as the eye can see, is if you dig under the ground. Because there is nothing.
Regardless of whether or not I have a shovel, I won't do that because that sounds like a waste of time and energy.
You never know. It's sand. Could be buried treasure.
Could be.
You know there's pirates around here.
You're standing next to one.
Yeah, but again, I would want to have some indication of where to start digging.
What about the big X over there?
or the large obelisk that could possibly be connected to some greater structure.
You want me to, what, dig underneath the obelisk?
Do it, do it, do it.
No.
It's worth a shot.
I'm picturing
I
all
was-
of this actual conversation that's happening, so Sarah's just like quietly in the background, like with her feet in the sand, relaxing back, just do it.
Yeah, you know, doing a nice sand scrub to polish the scales.
Then why
Her
don't the
toes
two
are
of
buried in it,
you
at one point
start
she just
digging
throws a
then?
shit ton at you.
Yeah.
It's just a slow head turn. Again, of somebody who's so tired of this shit.
If the pair of you would like to start excavating, be my guest. I would at least like to have an indication that there's a reason to first before I join you.
I mean,
Mate,
you've done a
fuck
lot
no.
of fruitless things before.
I just wanted more entertainment than watching K2 fly around a thingy.
I am not your show pony.
I didn't say you were.
The show
I'm
part
not
is
here
the
to
joke.
entertain, if that is clear.
Oh.
Hey, you are no fun.
I thought we came here to accomplish things.
And now we're standing around a pillar, so.
Yeah.
Well,
Waiting for
we're
K2.
standing around. K2's accomplishing something, I hope. He's been up there long enough.
I guess by the speed of what she's doing, he's probably describing the runes.
It's not a bad choice. Has anyone else noticed that the sun hasn't moved in all the time that we've been here?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's unnatural.
Is that a Sarnath thing? Does the sun not move here?
It does in old Sarnath.
Everyone Sarnath I've been, the sun obeys normal law.
I mean, generally, no matter where you are, the sun typically obeys normal law. I know for a fact it doesn't jaywalk.
Where?
No, it does not jaywalk. What is it?
Okay, I'm.
Yeah. Does int, not does in.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you.
No, it took me a second to realize that too.
No, it's weird, but if I start questioning things now, I'm just gonna start getting horrible visions of bullshit, and I'd rather just stay here.
Do you often have visions?
No. If I start questioning things too much, I don't want to risk it.
I mean,
Has
for
that
all
ever
we
happened to you?
No, but my family has weird bullshit happening all the time, and like, very largely gestures to her brother, so like, I don't want to fucking risk whatever bullshit someone happened with me. I don't need that shit in my life.
Fair enough. So I'm gonna just obviously slowly because I can't do it very quickly. But to be just to be clear, I have not taken a step since I got the ability to hover. I have been scootering crisscross applesauce everywhere.
Oh,
I'm just going to, and I'm just going to do that upward to get a more aerial view to see if further up if I see anything else like in the sand or in the desert.
Joshua, you realize if that was the case, then you would be getting to the obelisk right about now.
He's the equivalent of like Paul
Yeah, I was gonna say
Blart on
you're.
a Segway.
Yeah, isn't your
you're right.
fly
Yeah,
speed
no,
really
yeah.
not fast?
All right, no, no. So,
Yeah, I
okay,
don't think
I
any
did
of them-
walk here out of necessity, but now I will crisscross
just puttering
applesauce my way
around.
into the sky.
Walking, he'll do. Standing around, that's beneath him.
Yeah, that I have no time for.
Everything's beneath him.
Oh god.
Not the sky.
All right, yeah, you hoist your ass into the air, and you glance around. How high into the air are you going?
I suppose the highest I would want to go would be at any one time. I guess I would just go about as high as K2 has gotten, because that's how high I know it's safe to be. I get maybe to the top of the obelisk at the most.
Okay.
That would be the highest K2 has gotten, yes.
Well, I don't know how far you are in the process.
Wild.
Well, clearly I start at the tip and work my way down.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah.
Makes sense with the flashbow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got to gas up halfway through though.
I can also fly now.
He can.
Forgot about that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's at least 3 people with fly speeds.
Yep.
See, but what I want to know is if I just like cling to Thale's back.
I choose not to let that happen.
I will choose.
Well,
to
she
let that
doesn't
happen.
say anything. She's just like very much intently watching, thinking.
How far would he get if you held on?
Yeah, pretty much.
If he's unwilling, his speed would reduce to 0 feet if she's able to grab.
Well, I also think that with everything that Sarnath has on her, I think Sarnath would exceed the carry weight limit.
Yeah, probably.
Because Sarnath herself is already like 300 something pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, you fly to the top of the obelisk, and you look around, and a lot of sand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Would have thought.
Mm-hmm. Desert is surprisingly pretty empty.
Whoa.
Mm.
Would have thunk.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
we
know.
don't do
From
that.
here, I'd go maybe another 50 feet up just to be a little extra exploratory, and I don't know.
That's when you get eaten by the sun.
I don't know.
Alright,
Just go
that's
that-
too far up. That's where your flight ends and you just fall.
Son of
It
a
works
bitch.
that way. But I'm incapable of falling from the sky at this point. Also, because hover.
Well,
Not
I
if something
fall
eats your,
Yeah.
not if something eats your fly speed.
Yeah. But anyway,
Like the
yeah. So
sun mimic.
but yeah, so I would go another 50 feet up, and if I don't notice anything after looking around up there, I would go back down.
Yeah, then if you don't, you go up another 50 feet and don't notice anything.
It's fine.
Alright.
Like how Theo could make out a very very meager living just by floating in the middle of the air and just like, I'm a magician. Even though it's completely out of character for Theo to do that.
Oh my god.
Look, he just has a cool party trick now.
It's like
just the idea of someone who can do so much like greater feats of magic, just like subsisting off like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
This being
no,
like
it's
one of
just
the
like-
party clowns.
No, not you, a stick magician.
It's like a-
it's like
That's like a
bets with
wizard.
People's like, oh, sorry, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's like a wizard having a dry cleaning business, and he's just prestidigitating everything in charge.
Yeah, like an archmage, yeah.
Well, it's like I just take bets with people on the street. Be like, how long do you think I can support myself horizontally with one arm?
Hey, man, that might be Fizzledorf's side hustle. Fizzledorf's dry cleaning.
Oh god.
That's actually what Tom Merrick was built for. Just built to run Fizzledorf's dry cleaning. It's just Tom Merrick completely fucked up.
I just call it Fizzle Dry Cleaning.
Anyway, I'm
Nice.
assuming K2 completes his work.
Yep. Just
Alright.
is there anything else anybody wanted to do in the meantime?
Nothing I can think of.
Nope.
Yeah, same.
Nope, nothing I can think of either.
This is nerd shit. I'm not playing nerd anymore.
All right.
My toes
So
are
yeah,
in
then-
sand and I'm enjoying sun.
Yeah,
So then,
Sarnath is warm for the first time in forever.
after a couple hours, K2 finishes his work.
Whoa.
And is the sun
Ah.
still directly overhead?
Yes.
It's been 4 hours and the sun hasn't moved.
But you guys are burnt
This
as
has
fuck
been-
right now. Jesus.
Not me, I'm a tiefling.
This was much less eventful than I was hoping for. We should make back to the ship.
You know, not every like stop on the journey has to be like a big life or death battle. Like you can just like go see like an architectural wonder.
Sometimes
Oh,
you
yeah.
just stare at the big obelisk in the sky. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. It's just hours and hours of staring at this one thing starts to wear on you.
Doing anything about it?
You should have gone to the gift shop then.
Do you see one? I haven't.
Where else did I get this T-shirt? I went to the obelisk and all I got was this T-shirt.
Oh my god.
I start walking back to the boat. I'm just done.
All right, back to the ship.
Alright, yes.
Keeping an eye on the sun as we go to see if it actually starts moving again.
All right. Yeah. You,
Yeah, as will I.
Now make sure everybody goes to the bathroom before you get back on the ship.
as you guys leave the obelisk and begin walking away, taking periodic glances upward, at some point, as you're walking, those of you that are looking at the sun, you look forward to check where you're going, make sure you don't trip over sand. You look up in the air, and the sun is exactly where you would expect it to be. Nearing the horizon.
100% expecting sun's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, what?
We've actually been there for longer and we just walked into night. It's like, who turned the sun off?
Approximately how far do we get before the sun shifts?
An unspecified distance, as it just seems to happen without you noticing.
Look away, the sun's in the sky. You look back, it's almost setting.
Yeah, it's not like you're walking looking straight up at the sun. Like,
Well, no, but also like again, this was a significant amount of hours difference. Like if
Yep.
the sun is directly above me, and then all of a sudden it's on my left, like I would note, like you would notice the shift in the position of where the light is coming from.
Technically, we're traveling east, so it was behind us, and then we turned around, and suddenly it's more behind us.
Even then, like we would notice because you would see like the position if the sun is behind us.
Yeah.
Like we would go from having no shadows when the sun is directly above us to having shadows immediately jettisoned in front of us.
I don't
Especially
notice
if we're-
anything.
Especially if we're looking at where we're walking, we'd see our shadows.
I mean, I just
Yes.
went over a hill, and now I have a longer shadow. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Well, you would have your shadow doesn't work the way everyone else's does. We went from having no shadows to suddenly having shadows.
Dale, questioning things too much.
basically,
I don't think so.
It happens at variable points for all of you.
Fail, let's get you out of the sun, buddy. I think you got a little brain fried there.
Well, now I'm even more confused because you said it happens at variable points. Like, it doesn't, so it's not distance specific then?
Nope.
Fail. It might be some kind of magic that's causing it.
I don't
may
think
not
I
just
don't
be a physical thing.
I don't think this is Thale having a problem with it. I think it's Joshua.
It is.
I'm playing it for the game. I
I know.
know he's the one having the fun with it, though.
I know.
When you keep hitting the loading screen, the extent to what your game has loaded so far, and you have to wait for it to catch up.
I mean,
I just have a
practically.
compulsive need to understand things, and when I don't understand them, it bothers me way more than it should.
Oh, you would
Welcome
do
to
horribly.
D&D.
You would do horribly in Eldritch Horror, my dude.
Yeah. Jackson would be the first one to know it's in.
So just a bunch of fucking adjectives used to describe not being able to understand something.
Oh yeah, it's the worst part.
Mhm.
Or 6 adjectives that all mean the same thing. Just use one.
Why use many words when few do the trick?
Because you got paid by the word.
Exactly.
And here's what's it. After about 6 hours, we make it back to the ship.
Yep.
Cool.
And it is now dinner time, approximately.
Approximately.
It's a good field trip.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did that. That was fun.
It was interesting.
It was good to stretch my legs.
Yeah, look at him.
I mean, I was, dead for a week plus, so.
Oh, yeah, but we've all
Yeah.
also been cooped up on the ship. Yeah.
Yeah, but at
You-
least you could...
More so, yes, I understand the point you're making.
Yeah.
Nevertheless.
All right.
And then keep going.
Yep. You continue going down the pass. Before you come across this bridge that is far exceeding the height of your boat. As you basically travel in between what can only be like a canyon, almost. The easiest way to describe that before ending up at your destination.
Banana.
Does the bridge look well maintained?
It does actually.
Weird.
I mean, I guess it could be considered a ford.
Wait, why is it weird?
It's just weird.
What, you find properly maintained infrastructure weird?
I find this civilization renowned for their seafaring has a giant bridge that crosses over a bay instead of just relying on boats to get from one side to the other.
Do you just not trust the fact that this naval empire is landlocked on all sides?
It was the monumental bridge. It's in honor of those that fell in the siege of Old Sarnath.
The siege of what?
Old
Siege of Old
Sarnath.
Oh, okay.
So it's a it's a memorial piece more than actual infrastructure.
It's a flaunting of empirical wealth, yes.
Now that I understand.
Flaunting your wealth?
Yes.
It just happens to also be a functional bridge.
Just works out that way.
Yeah, it's just the size of it is unnecessary for the little bit of travel it probably gets.
Correct.
Still don't know why they didn't just build a canal.
What? What would that solve?
It would give them easier access to water rather than having to
Oh,
build
you
a
mean
ship.
do you mean to the lake? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That sounds like it would benefit the people.
That sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright. You have arrived at your destination.
Isn't this technically past the port?
Yep.
No. Yep. Why did we?
Yeah, because like the port was like here.
Oh. What was the exclamation?
I believe
one
that
of
was one of
That's one of the idols.
One of the idols.
Oh. Oh, okay. That was my confusion earlier. Was I didn't realize which symbols were idols and which symbols were just landmarks.
Yeah.
Either way, we were stopping at the port. We just got mixed up on where in the world it is.
Boop, 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 boop.
There we
Alright,
go.
then you see the bridge ahead of you, and do not travel under it.
Nevertheless, I feel like the conversation is still had.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
It makes even less sense now because the bridge doesn't supersede the port. You still have to go through the port to get to the bridge.
Yeah.
It's an unnecessary bridge.
Correct.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Yes.
what,
Like
what,
I
what-
said, it's just flaunting imperial wealth.
Yeah. All right. What does this port look like?
It is a very big port. It is bustling with. How do I even describe this? With so many people that you're basically like pressed up between a person and a crate at all times.
So it's
Ew.
New York.
Practically.
Yeah. New
However,
York was built entirely on the dock.
most of those people are soldiers.
Ugh. That makes it worse.
Alright, friends, make sure you have your buddies. Don't get fucking lost. Don't start fights. Most of them are bigger than you. Have fun. Alright, let's go.
If you get lost, look for the owl bear with the giant flag, the Hygo strapped to its
Just
side.
scream, we'll figure it out.
Requisition a couple of cargo wagons.
Did you say that you look for the owl bear with a giant flag? a high golf strapped to it.
Yes,
Yes.
because Sentinel has a giant flag of high golf on his back.
Yeah, that sounds like a genius idea here.
It probably sounds like a. Hmm.
Yeah.
As if we weren't conspicuous enough.
So you guys dock,
Mhm.
and expectantly, your ship is approached by a handful of soldiers. As they just kind of welcome themselves on board. And they look around and they ask your crew who's there, who's in charge. At which point they direct them to Salvix.
Do they direct him to Salvage or do they direct him to Thale? Thale is technically captain.
As we have all been calling him
Yeah,
Captain.
actually true. That is a good point. Yeah, they're directed to Captain Thale.
Oh no.
At which point, 3 of the soldiers approach you, and they are not quite as tall as Salvix is, and not quite as imposing, but they still look to be capable fighters in their own rights.
Should still probably.
Yeah. Each of them has a red tint to their scales, but they are not red dragonborn.
Are they still Dragonborn? Just not.
Yes.
Gotcha. They're more mixed, more blended.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Blended.
And one of them speaks up and says, "Captain,
Yes.
we need to know what you're transporting on this ship, so we may have record of it for our logs."
Nobody look at the giant vat down on the lower deck.
I mean, I would be. I know I, as a person, am not currently cognizant of what it is we're transporting, but I've been on the ship for over 2 months, or like not over 2 months, but like over 3 weeks. Like, I would know what's on the ship, so I would just give him a report of what the ship is transporting.
Mostly people. They really have a cargo.
Salvix did pick up some stuff in High Golf, which would have mostly been like foodstuffs and like raw, like raw materials.
Yeah, but those that's like.
That's what every ship's got.
Yeah, that's to make the
Nothing
journey.
out of
Like,
the ordinary.
nothing specifically cargo that we're like hired to bring from place to place.
Just don't mention the giant vat of blood. It's fine.
Yeah. Don't mention the giant vat of blood.
Guys, you're mentioning the giant vat of blood a lot.
That I haven't, and will continue to not do so.
Sarnath is very bored against the railing. Would be fucking douches.
All right.
They be satisfied with my report.
They take note of that, and just kind of give you a slight nod. And then he looks at one of the other Dragonborn and gives him a nod, and the other one just kind of goes off and down below deck.
Doctor.
And after about 10 minutes, the Dragonborn returns and then just gives a thumbs up. Looks clear. Alright. Welcome to Sarnath.
Thank you.
Fucking finally!
Captain.
Okay.
And then they all just kind of leave.
Yeah.
But they don't go far. They just step off the boat.
We will have to requisition a couple of cargo wagons. We're not keeping anything on the ship. The ship is
Mm-hmm.
It all needs to be unloaded. But I know where to get that, so that won't be too much of an issue. I'm only letting you know that we'll not just be traveling by ourselves.
Noted.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Why are we not going to be traveling by ourselves? I heard something about wagons, but that was about it.
Well, by ourselves only insofar as it is not just us as Salvix. Motions to just effectively the player characters.
Mm-hmm.
The crew will also be accompanying us, as this ship is not ours, and we must take everything off of it.
Oh, the crew didn't come with the ship?
Correct.
I see.
Borrowed the ship, and that's about it.
Actually borrow or
Yes, actually borrow. Alright, we will check that shit's ready to be packed up when we get wagon. Again.
Okay. I'd say, are you buying a wagon or are you renting a wagon?
Mostly just renting. We don't have no need to purchase it.
Okay.
And there would be probably a returnal area in New Sarnath itself in order to do so.
Yep. Yeah, there is. The cost for renting a wagon from the docks to New Sarnath is 10 gold.
Okay.
And this like port town, like its only purpose is like as a port. Like there's nothing like of note in this town that,
Yeah, it
as
is
far as
just
I
a
know,
port.
doesn't even have a name.
There are no
Yeah.
shops here. It is just a port.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically just a massive port where some people live.
Got it.
Yeah. Unlike High Golf, there's nothing else here. Yeah.
This area is literally get on a boat, get off the boat, get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we can pay that pretty easy. Cool.
So what are we gonna do with the vat of dragon blood?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, like, what are we doing with this thing?
That is part of our cargo, is it not? K2 and Prior, I believe partially it had some potential chemical use. There might be certain buyers within the city that might be able to that we might be able to sell portions of it to.
Yeah, I took my vials worth
It's
a bunch
too
of.
it's too valuable to leave behind, especially if it somehow ends up in the hands of the Empire.
Yeah, we can probably sell some of it, if not all of it, eventually.
Yeah. No reason why we couldn't bring it with us. The roads are fairly flat. Sarnath is not exactly a hill country type of place, so shouldn't be any trouble of spillage or anything of the sort over what else we're carrying with us.
Not as long as you stay on the road.
What a horrible time it would be if it did just, like, absolutely fucking explode.
Yes. But that is something we'll have to contend with when it comes time. I'm assuming we have no troubles like loading everything from the ship onto the wagon.
Correct. Yeah, they don't harass you or anything as you do so.
Okay.
Neat. On the road again.
Yeah, it is on the road with the wagon. It's about a 2-day journey to the city itself.
Probably be another half day to the encampment.
Mm-hmm.
If
Luckily.
terribly far out. No situated terribly far out, but far enough out that it's not easy to find us.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so 2.5 days of travel later. Are you going through the city or around the city?
Probably around the city for now.
Okay. So yeah, you guys would see the bustling streets of Sarnath from a distance.
On your right, you have the wonderful city of New Sarnath. The great nation of the fucking.
The city is fun. It's those that run of the issue. But that's not a first stop right now.
And you guys arrive at the encampment. It would be at this point the end of the day. On the 3rd day.
Okay. Do you want me to take over now?
If you want to.
Okay. Yeah, so kind of like crossing over a small hill. It's not entirely hill country, but there still are hills. You guys would see just a fairly widespread set of mostly tent, like just like a large tent neighborhood, for lack of a better word. Tent city, that's a better word.
Tent neighborhood.
Shut up. I'm good at words when I remember them. Bite me.
Right.
Yeah. Some, most of them are fairly small, like 1, maybe 2 person. There are a few larger ones. Some that are even larger that might be like places like where like storage or like where people eat and such like that. Salvix would, as it would probably make sense for him to be the one driving the wagon. I'm going to have to make sure everything gets where it goes. Sarnath, do you want to give them the tour of the encampment?
Why? I would love to.
All right.
And she'll just like promptly hops down at that point.
Yeah. Salix will take the wagon, split off with the rest of you at this point, heading towards the kind of largest tent. Yeah, where do you want to take him first, Kurta? I haven't exactly
Maybe you shut the fuck up, Ryan.
Wait a minute.
I want to take him to our favorite little demon man.
Oh, good. So yeah. So effectively, Savix tries to split off with you guys, but it's the
The
straight-
moment where we start walking in the same
we're
direction.
both going in the same direction until you get closer to the tent, of which he splits off towards the back, where you guys wrap around the front.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure everyone has at least a decent, at least above a negative perception, so at least a 0 or above.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm assuming. I don't
Yes.
remember.
I think
Okay.
we all have eyes.
I think
It's not so much
literally
eyes.
everything else.
Yeah, it's not so much eyes. Yeah, you hear the sounds of from within the tent. The sounds of someone yelling. Those of you that speak Draconic would understand that this is a colorful use of language, shall we say.
Here's our lovely first stop. On. Home. He basically fucking lives here. You need anything, he probably has it, or knows a guy who can get it. And he basically gets everything. Which is a wonderful way to start a beautiful trip into the encampment. And then she'll just like dramatically open like the tent. Just, would you shut the fuck up?
Yeah. So, ripping up the tent. There's probably a good dozen kobolds, all running around. Each of them in kind of like each one visibly somewhat stressed. Kind of standing above them on a crate himself is another kobold. He's dressed almost like a priest, but when you turn around, or he turns around at the sound of Sarnath, and you can see that the front of his like priestly garb is stained with soot as he has a large cigar in his mouth. And he turns around, locks eyes, holds the cigar out, and just, fuck. You're back?
Yeah, didn't die yet, you little bitch.
God fucking damn it. Fuck all these.
And
What the fuck are these?
I would like to point out, I didn't find them. This, oh my brother. All Salvex.
I don't
Just
believe you.
Don't believe me all you fucking want. It's the fucking truth. It just like encourages everyone to walk inside. Everybody, this is Pon. Pon. This is... she will gesture to each person as she says. Arcalion, Ale, Briar, Kassam, K2.
Yo.
Okay, so that's all that. What the fuck is that? As he points behind Kassam to a sentinel.
You got
That
fucking
is-
eyes as an owlbear, you little illiterate shit.
How the fuck am I supposed to know what that is? Those aren't native to Sarnath.
Aren't you fucking red?
I ain't never been off the fucking continent, bitch. God fucking damn it.
Jesus.
Gonna have to put an extra foul language warning on this stream or this video.
Yeah.
In character.
Fucking Ryan breaks the fourth wall. Like, yeah, you are.
Yeah. It would be at this point that he would probably realize that not everyone's keyed into the conversation. So switching to common, just right. So what sorry lot did they pull all you from?
I mean, the three of us came from our own sorry lot that's really more didn't get pulled by them, but pulled them into our group, because we're the original group.
Okay. Guess that's one way of looking at it, yeah.
Got you a present.
Uh-huh.
She hands him like a couple of cigars that she bought specifically for him. Here you go.
I feel like as soon as I light one of these, they're gonna explode.
Man, last time I get you anything, you fucking dick.
I fucking know you!
Thank you for all the blankets!
You're welcome!
Where's your girlfriend at?
I'm sorry, what?
Big tits, really horny all the time.
fuck am I supposed to know where she's at?
Because if she's not around you, she's somewhere close by. She's always.
That's not my fault.
So you say you don't know where she is?
It's just my debonair charm that keeps Rook nearby.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck you laughing at.
This is just a treat. I was saying.
You know, I like this guy. He doesn't
So
take
are you
shit.
saying you actually don't know where Rook is?
Not at the moment, no.
So she's fucking someone.
Fucking maybe, I don't know. Either that, she's in fucking city.
Why is she in the city?
You know, doing information gathering.
Oh, okay.
Emphasis on the doing?
I want to talk to you, shut up.
I can feel the love in this room.
Everyone's favorite little demon man. Fucking told you.
Well, I like this guy. He's great.
Right, so... Before I get too distracted with this one, as he dismissively waves towards Sarnath. Y'all need anything, I'm your guy. You need information, I'm your guy. If I don't know it, I know someone who does.
Noted.
We got tents for him yet?
That might be a minute.
So this is the guy we should talk to about the blood, huh?
Fuck. Oh god, yes, actually. Hey!
What? Who's
What?
blood? I don't know any fucking vampires, I don't know what it's...
Shut the
Funny
fuck
you
up.
say
Do
that.
not get fucking loud. We don't want to fucking bring night around here. Shut the fuck up.
Oh shit, yeah. Shit. Okay. Alright. Alright, fuck. Alright, what you got?
You were just thinking of fucking dragon blood. Pure shit.
It's turned into a drug deal real fast.
Briar is thinking to herself simultaneously, like, I cannot wait to leave this place, yet I'm so intrigued. It's like, I don't want to stay, but I also don't want to go.
You
Lovely
could sit
company.
in this tent and watch forever.
There's just an expression on his face of many things. Confusion, a little bit of awe, rage, but that's always there. At least just from this brief snippet of information. Yeah. When we're talking big, like, how big do you mean? Like
Drown
a
a-
potion bottle? Or...
No,
Like,
no,
big
no,
enough
like
to drown
drown a
somebody in.
person in it. Big.
Stanley's, what the fuck?
That's one of
It
their
was a
weird
gift.
shits. Okay, I don't... Just have it now. See,
It's a lot.
you're doubting that any of this is my fault. It's not. For once, it is not my fucking fault.
No, this was all me.
Didn't realize,
That is all him.
I didn't realize we had a
Them?
dragon slayer in our midst.
You got it from the Queen
No,
of
yeah.
High Gulf.
Yeah.
I don't...
Fuck's that ocean bitch. Fuck's that ocean loving bitch have with it.
Fucking
The one that gave it to us.
I'm not gonna ask where she got it.
Me either. If we do ask, we're a little far away now.
In a high golf. Oh, that's the guy with the big hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, good for you, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep that away from Night. She will drink it.
Yes. Probably get some decent fucking corn out of it.
Yeah, no shit. Depending on what kind of blood it is.
It just like Vay looks up right. Acid of some
Did
kind?
we kind of figure
I
out
don't remember.
roughly what
Yeah,
type of dragon
we
it
did.
was?
It is some kind of...
It was
It was
acidic.
some kind.
Mm-hmm. It was
So it was
acidic.
it was either black or copper, one of the two.
Yeah, I might know a couple people I could reach out for that.
All right. Well, Salvix is around back unloading everything, so
Yeah, I'm away.
fucking hope so.
Well, it's not like either of you are exactly quiet.
Fucking live here. I hope not.
Yeah, especially when you're clad in fucking armor from head to fucking toe.
She'll like purposely jingle so she makes really loud noises. Alright, anyways.
Fuck out of my storeroom.
I
Bye.
have something that I'm looking for, by the way.
What's up?
Where could I find someone that can read a dead language?
You got an example?
Yeah.
It's been in your pocket for 2 years.
Is it an
Yeah.
example you're willing to part with, or one you want to keep on you?
Well, I can copy down an example.
Fair enough.
Alright. I will make a copy of an excerpt of the rubbing that I made so long ago.
He looks at it from multiple different angles. Huh. Yeah, can't say I've ever seen any of this myself. I don't even know if any of my close contacts would. I can put out a look for a network. Next few days, I might have something.
Great. And even if it's not like a person that knows it, even if it's just like an example of the text elsewhere that has already been translated, that's at least a base to go off, and I can probably figure out the rest from there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You kind of folds it up and whistles to one of the kobolds, who drops whatever they were doing and just runs over. And he just leans down, whispers something in Draconic, to which Thale, having stupid high passive perception, would just be like, go find someone who knows something about this. Go. And the other kobold just runs off. Alright. That. I'm assuming that big ass vat of liquid gold is with all the rest of the materials the Savage is unloading, so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. Hey, bye. And then we'll just kind of show him to the very much natural next pit stop, which would just be Rook's little area of bullshit.
Okay.
Rook? Yes. Sorry, I just getting my people mixed up for a second.
No, it's okay.
So this is Rook's little area. I dare at any point.
Yeah, it's one of the nowhere near as large as the supply tent. This looks like more of like an officer's tent. The smell of strong perfumes would hit all of your nostrils pretty well before you get anywhere close.
Mm.
Not all of them are good smells. The tent itself, at least on the exterior, is not decorated.
So, if she's ever bothering you, you just want her to leave, just tell her that Han is looking for her. He never is. He wants nothing to do with her. But she's obsessed with the man. She'll leave you alone. Either way, the perfume hell house is here. Then a bit further down to bad boy. Can't think of names right now. It's awful.
You get 2 more.
I know. I guess it'd be more just like trading area in general. It's like, alright,
Okay.
so this is obviously where this is self-explanatory. Ta-da! You'll find Bishop here a lot.
Yeah. The lot of you approaching.
Bishop and angsty swordsman. Is that what we're going with?
Well.
You got them depressions. It's
Yeah. You would hear before you really see anything, just the sounds of what sounds like mock combat, wooden weapons clashing against wooden weapons and bodies. You see a handful of scale folk, lizard folk, kobolds, and dragonborn all clashing. As you approach, you would see one particular lizard folk who is very wide, very broad set, with just a massive great axe, just beating the shit out of a dragonborn that has a good 1.5 2 feet on it. Just absolutely manhandled.
Did you say sad? Because that just looks angry.
Bishop, we didn't die!
Kind of.
And Cernix definitely stays out of the way. She just yells it.
Yeah. Yeah. Off to the side of the fracas, you see a dragonborn, silver like Sarnath. He kind of has this stance like a instructor overseeing a mock engagement. He looks over and kind of just waves before his head turns back, looking at, seeming to finally see for the first time, this lizard folk just manhandling the dragonborn. He rushes in and grabs the great axe before the lizard folk can deliver what very well could be a potentially killing blow into the shoulder of the other dragonborn, and just kind of pushes her back.
Kind of points. That's Night.
The little one or the
Oh, no. Big lizard folk. That's Night.
The lizard folk is knight, and the silver dragonborn is bishop.
Correct.
Night will try and kill you if you spar with her. Because she wants to eat you. So. Heads up about that.
The dragonborn that Knight was sparring with kind of, as fast as he can, moves away. Not super fast, because he is quite battered. And, Bishop and Knight seem to be having a brief but intense conversation, at least from her end, as he is speaking in a normal kind of measured tone. she is just aggressively hissing at him. Even those of you that speak Draconic understand, these are not words. This is just sound.
Okay.
Yeah. Her place is just like vaguely points like around just over there. Don't. It's kind of awful. Doesn't really clean up after herself. It smells horrid. I would say it smells like rotting meat, but it's nothing to rot, so.
At the end of their brief spat, Knight kind of just wrenches the great axe out of Bishop's hands and just kind of stalks off to the side. Bishop stands up more straight, turning to the rest, and just, all right, that'll be enough of the mock combat. Return your arms to the racks where they go, and get yourselves some rest. And as they clean up their engagement, he turns around and approaches the lot of you.
Hey, buddy. What's up?
Next.
I see, that was going really well while we were gone. How many did she go through?
Haven't killed any of them yet, but we've had a few in the infirmary.
Oh, yeah. We found people.
They did.
And we'll do the introductions once again.
Okay, it's good to meet a lot of you, I suppose. I am Bishop, as Sarnath has said. I oversee the training of our recruits. Though most of them have some level of military experience, as it is near compulsory for those who live in Sarnath. They are not necessarily trained to deal with their own arms and armor quite so well. Bit of a change in the training paradigm, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I trust that the lot of you will not need such training. Since you are all competent adventurers and combatants in your own right, so I won't impose upon that unless you choose to seek it out.
Noted.
Wait, why would we be seeking it out?
If you just want to train, basically.
Just
Not
like
sure,
for
actually.
funsies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As I said, I assume you are all competent. I'm not going to assume you need any training that you very likely do not need. If you all have gotten this far, surely you have enough martial skill that I can't really help you. Skill in other regards, of course.
I'm gonna show them around. You get some rest too. You had to deal with Night this entire time.
Yeah. Well,
She'll just like pats. Boop-a-doop. I always like to have my forge close by this in case one of the fucking idiots break their stuff. Also, it's easier for me to see what they're doing. So, my forge is, she'll just like walk them over and show them. Here, ta-da. 9 times out of 10, you'll find me here.
there, next.
Hi.
You hear the sounds of someone inside your forge.
Who? Absolute fuck is in my shit. And she'll just like stop for a second and just. Hi! Door's on hold for a minute. I'll be right back. And she'll just instantly fucking. Who's in my shit? And just.
I follow.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, the forge isn't super large. Like, I don't.
It's enough for one person, basically.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah. You can fit a few people who aren't working, but mostly for the one person that is. Yeah. Sarnath, you kind of like storm in to see a kobold who's just kind of not even necessarily doing anything with the forge, but he's touching your very carefully curated selection of hammers.
Oh, no. Who the fuck are you?
He is frozen in fear. Just staring up at you with just massive eyes, just, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. But not saying anything.
Why are you here? Why? You're touching my stuff. My stuff. Why? Yeah, that she definitely just picks him up and like storms out. Just, why are you touching my shit? And then like once they're outside, just, well, let the child touch my things. Is like holding him up.
One of Pawn's kobolds comes up to you and just,
Touching my shit. Oh?
just the expression of like consternation and concern. As obviously, you can just tell based on the expression. They've told this individual not to go there, and they have done so anyways.
Why? How long have they been touching my things?
I do not know, but it will be rectified. Give them to me.
It's better. I'm playing midget throwing. I will just drop them.
Okay, yeah. They collect the. You would assume to be about early teens at most, and just scurry off with them, very clearly scolding them along the way. I guess for those of you that would have at least followed Sarnath's in, I don't have a conception of what Sarnath's forge looks like. So, Kritha.
A mess.
Okay.
So, she does have a normal setup, forge, workbench, so on and so forth. But everything that's not absolutely needed for forge work is not organized, other than a very wonderful collection of hammers. There's just like some scraps of metal that are just absolutely fucked that need to be melted down, thrown into a corner. There's a small cot that's just covered in odds and ends. Couple blankets, old shields. It's just kind of more there in case it need it. But on the back, while carefully hanging, is a very wonderful collection of different types of hammers and forge hammers. Some of them very much just for look, and some of them that look like would actually be really nice to use. This is my lovely collection of hammers. That's literally about the most interesting thing here.
Noted.
Yeah. People, for some reason, think that I want hammers if they want to try to get with me. I don't. Still take them, though.
Wait, so every single one of these hammers is from someone that was trying to court you?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. She'll pick up one that's literally just covered in jewels. This one's my favorite. Don't know where he got it. Definitely did not even slightly touch the dude, but isn't it pretty? It's pretty.
I mean, it is nice in a weird, like, shiny sense of the word.
Right? Yeah, the ones that aren't just for decoration sometimes end up getting thrown because people like to just bombard me sometimes while working and kind of end up throwing hammers. It happens, it's fine. Don't worry about it too much. But, shiny collection. For some reason, people think they can touch. Oh god, why did he touch so much shit? Okay. Yeah. She'll just kind of throw some of her stuff down while just looking at everything. Just, I have to sanitize everything now.
Yeah, your nice, well organized selection has definitely been fucked with. Things are out of place. It's all wrong.
See, it's not even that like he was in my things. He messed with them and fucked it up. Oh god. Okay. It's fine. Fine. I don't actually sleep here unless absolutely necessary. When Salvex's tent is just right over here, close to the basically everything. Kind of middle ground. It will show them the way. It's also kind of where if we have big important meetings, it'll be close by here too. Or here in general, it just kind of depends on how the day's going. So at the end of the day, if you need to find either one of us here, your tents will probably be close by. I don't know what Pawn's doing with that yet. The little demon man does whatever the fuck he does. And of course, there are other people. Food's nearby, obviously. It's just on the other side over there. She says all this while still walking and like gesturing at things. Not a whole lot really happens. Everyone's pretty nice, so if you get turned around, lost, or have questions, ask and someone will at least point you in the right direction. Yeah. Ta-da! Welcome.
Jurassic Park.
Da, 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 da.
It would
I guess I'll
probably
just say what?
be at this point that Salvix would probably find a lot of you again.
Ta-da! We met almost everyone! Books.
Almost.
I don't know where Rook is. Rook is doing Rook things.
Understood.
Okay, so for the sake of my personal Tori's sanity, can we just have a brief recap of who the fuck is who? Just real quick.
Pawn is information. A little tiny kobold dude, angry all the time. Rook is Dragonborn. She is a whore. Big titties. That's the best way to...
is she a whore or is she a slut? Because they're very different.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, she's both. Got it.
She enjoys
either way-
being paid to do it.
And that's who? That's which one? Rook.
Rook.
Rook. Big titty.
Rook.
Yes.
Dragonborn.
Yup.
Yeah.
Specifically green dragon.
Okay, and then we also met Bishop?
Yes.
Correct. It's a
Silver.
silver dragon. Kind of like the quartermaster, like captain of the guard kind of deal.
Yeah, and then we also met...
Knight.
Did we meet Knight? Yeah, Knight.
Yes.
Vaguely met Knight.
Yeah.
Who was
As-
Knight
as-
again?
Knight.
Lizard folk.
Giant
Lizard.
lizard folk. Basically, the tank you want on your side. Will absolutely just decimate everything.
Very angry.
And Knight was getting their ass beat by Bishop?
No.
Is that...
No.
No.
The
Bishop
other way
stopped
around?
Knight from
Ah.
killing someone to eat them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So many chest names.
Yes.
Listen, it took me a while to remember it myself too. So
Yes.
yes.
I remember them. That's because I came.
Wow.
Oh,
You guys ever played chess with just knight pieces? It's actually really fun.
that sounds really annoying.
Yeah, like one side of the board, like people have like a normal like setup for chess,
And the other one is just knights.
and then the other side of the board
Oh
is
my
just
God.
knights. It's lots of
Pain.
fun.
That sounds just like the most painful thing ever.
It really does. Fucking woof, bud. Before we move onward from this point, any questions from
Comments or
anyone?
concerns?
Yeah. In game or above game. Either.
I don't think so. I just needed to. I got lost in the sauce and had to like.
No, that's
No,
fine.
fair.
Yeah.
I was like
Okay.
listening to the talking, and then I was like, "Oh shit! I've lost it. I've lost the plot.
I've
Who's
lost
who?
the point. Let's go.
So we met the key figures.
Yes.
For the rest of like the camp or whatever. Roughly, how big would you say your group is here?
Probably about like 250.
250?
About.
Okay.
That is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
if you
and
pick
this
your
is-
battles right, and
And this is in tent neighborhood
Correct.
Yes.
outside of the city.
It's about 12 miles out.
Outside, does tent city? Sorry, actually no. I'm not going to call it anything but tent neighborhood. Does tent neighborhood have a name?
That neighborhood.
And not officially, no.
All right, then I will just have it listed under as tent neighborhood. Perfect.
And
going on down to Tent Town.
there's 250 of y'all, and Sarnath hasn't found this at all concerning, considering you guys are,
A lot of people are nomadic.
that's fair. Good point.
Plus, I'm assuming you guys don't have like a rebel crest or something that everybody wears on their clothes so that they can be
No.
identified as a rebel. That'd be really stupid if someone did that.
We have a crest, but only one of us wears it.
Right, but it's not like
No,
Your
it's
group's
not an
crest.
openly known. Yeah.
yeah.
Gives K2 the look of like, that sounds like you're speaking from personal experience.
Not personal experience. He does not elaborate.
Just stare. Did Pon say how long it would be? By the way, I kind of forgot to ask him about tents for them, or honestly, just any place for them to fucking.
He said
I mean-
he was working on it.
Arrangements can be made. I can convince him to advance them if necessary. It's not to say that you all have to stay in the encampment. It'd be more convenient, but I can't compel you to.
Noted.
As discussed before, it's not that you are working for me, we are working together as a joint force.
Mm-hmm.
Mercenaries in my employ, shall we?
So sorts. For lack of a better term.
That's what we're telling people.
I mean, that was the pretense on which I became under Salvix's gainful employment.
He's here for the money.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
I thought the cover story was that we hired you to protect us while we traveled across your great country.
Wow.
That is the
Love
story you wish
sarcasm.
to tell officials. Not particularly against it.
Well, it was the story until war were declared.
War done did get declared. Gotta watch out for them wars.
There's a war over in them there hills.
Looks like there's a war a coming.
So we can clear out accommodations for you to at least stay the night, and then we can head in the morning. May find more of the answers you're seeking.
Yeah, we
Ron
should
doesn't
probably.
believe that I didn't find these people, by the way. I didn't do it. It was all you.
Now that we're here, we should also probably talk about what our plan is.
That's a good plan. Not gonna lie, I'm just following you at this point.
Wait, we had a plan?
And I appreciate that you followed me this far with absolutely no plan to go off of. It's been very enlightening. Thank you.
Listen, all right. This is what friends do for each other, right?
Exactly.
That's how friendship works, correct? Brian
I
has
mean-
no idea.
Yeah, you guys are such good friends. You're practically drowning in it.
Get out.
Yes, that is exactly how friendship works. Shake my head at Darkalion.
You just see he doesn't even look at you. You just see his hand raise and the middle finger goes up.
Ooh.
Guys.
Sorry, had a small emergency to take care of.
No,
No.
Wow, you just missed my entire fucking presentation. No, real talk though, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Don't mind my bullshit, I just... But yeah. Yeah, no, what the hell are we doing?
We can talk about that later. Let's rest after a long journey.
Go fix
At dawn, we planned.
God damn it, Mike.
At dawn we
Okay,
plan, so that the following dawn we act. This is a 2-dawn plan.
Sort of checks the sun. Like, I mean, still plenty of time.
Is that the KFC Double Dawn?
Jesus Christ.
Amazing.
But yeah, anyway. Yeah. Accommodations will be arranged that you will have places to stay while in.
Is there anything else to do in this camp?
What time of day is it? God?
It's like the end of the day.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
Damn it. Alright, never mind then.
I kind
That's
of got
point.
that vibe.
Not really.
It's a very singularly focused game.
Alright. Rest it is.
All right,
Okay.
you guys rest for the night. Unless anybody wants to do anything during the evening hours.
Fix my shit.
Easy enough. You all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Wow.
Yay!
And at
Every
dawn, we
evening-
plan.
Briar goes through a now very extensive fucking ritual of maintenance.
Ryan,
Yo,
Ashra.
would Selvix or Sarnath have, or anyone in camp, I suppose, have like any written histories of any Sarnathi cultures or like specific families or like your wars or anything like that?
It's potentially likely. It just depends on what specific you're looking.
Well, they all would be looking for anything that would have any mention of anyone who may be looking into interplanar travel. I know it's a very
Historically or
specific
in
thing.
general?
Well, because the long and short of it is that people from Sarnath have been invading the Shadow Plane, the part of the Shadow Plane where his people reside, and attacking them. And so he needs to first delineate who in Sarnath is even capable of interplanar travel and how they might be doing so, and if those people would have ties to anyone who would have beef with his people.
Yeah.
So right now, at this point, you're just looking for a historical record so you can get a baseline for names. Is that what?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm looking for a baseline just to construct a reasonable approximation of who in Sarnath, whether it be a specific person or a group of people or like a specific culture or whatever, might be capable and interested in conducting interplanar travel.
That would probably be kind of similarly to K2's request, kind of in Pawn's wheelhouse to locate that information, because that wouldn't be something that the people in the camp would actively have at the moment.
Okay. So unfortunately, again, due to my issue, I didn't hear.
No, you're good. I'll give you a full rundown if you want after.
So, yeah, well, the short of it now is like, does this pawn gentleman, does he need to be paid for this service?
Didn't sound like it.
Okay.
He just kind of does stuff.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
that was the only thing I wanted to know, really, because
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, I pay him.
Yeah. You guys are allied with Salvix, the leader, so as long as you're not making a fuck ton of requests, he's willing to take you on credit for that.
Yeah. If he's also able to kind of like gather information about like the hierarchy of the country, then that's something that K2 would also ask for, is kind of like the government structure as well as any like key organizations within said government.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can give you the parts of that I have written down already, which is mostly the five royal families, Sarnath,
Right.
and the governing council, as well as the emperor himself.
Sure.
So, Theal would have one other request of him, but this one would probably be the simpler of the two and the more direct. There are two artifacts that belong to Seora, the Lamia deity that Theal's people worships, that have been captured from their stronghold and are being kept somewhere in Sarnath. So Theal would be looking for news of any extra-dimensional artifacts that may be on display or were captured and sold on the black market somewhere, anything like that.
Pawn will tell you that if it's an artifact from a conqueror, from a battle conflict, that if it's not on display in the palace, it's hidden somewhere within the palace, wherever the vault is. It's not a place that he knows where it is specifically or has access to.
Well, at the very least, I know where to look now, so that would be that in and of itself is helpful information.
But yeah, that is also, as far as he knows, he doesn't know if it could be anywhere else.
So I would ask him to look into it just for safety's sake, but we can work under the assumption that that's where it would be unless he hears otherwise. Say it's a very large warhammer and a crown.
Oh yeah, those are almost fucking definitely.
It's either in the palace or like one of the royal families has it.
You mean
end up
You
being.
mean the Warhammer and Crown that the Emperor has been seen with every public appearance over the last decade?
Yeah. Every day for the last, X years since Thales people were decimated.
So the
You mean
Warhammer
that crown?
itself is a
He said that was a family relic.
so the Warhammer itself is very distinct because the haft of the Warhammer is made up of what looks to be several extremely long snake bodies that all come up and look to be biting into a very large boulder, which is the head of the Warhammer.
You mean dragon bodies? Ah, it's been reclaimed for our culture.
I mean, the Sarnath definitely aren't based on British culture. That's definitely not something they would do. Definitely not.
No, not at all.
Yeah, definitely
It's
not.
just like, oh fuck, sweet hammer.
Yeah. Oh, this was your god's hammer? It's our god's hammer.
Our God's hammer.
This hammer has a bunch of wingless dragons on it. Let's fix that.
Just defiling a holy relic. Yeah, that's what
God.
100 fucking Sarnath would do.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll look into that for you, but I can't guarantee I'm gonna find anything.
It's very the hammer itself is very distinct. It's made of a material similar to this, and I pull out my katana and it's similar in color, only be much closer to black than this dull gray. And it's much weightier. I just toss it to him, and the katana is pretty heavy itself, so it's like double the weight of what a normal katana is.
Han is also a kobold.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So already this katana is probably the size of him.
maybe I won't throw it
Yeah,
at him.
so, I mean, yeah, like he could catch it. He just couldn't really heft it for himself super well.
I'll give him the Wakazashi instead. He can probably hold that.
Yeah.
So, this is a material called ironwood, but the hammer itself is made out of what we call steel bark.
Okay.
Blinkster,
It's a foreign material. No one would really be able to identify it, but they would know that it's not of this world. So, that in alone should maybe give you a head start.
I mean, yeah, could. Something like that. Yeah, it's either in display of prominence or it's going to be hidden away. One of the two. I'll put out feelers, see what I can get from my contacts, but like I said, I'm not going to be able to guarantee anything until things start getting shaken up in the city.
That's perfectly fine. I appreciate your help.
yes.
Cool.
Ta-da!
Long rest time. Yay!
We did it.
Woo!
Cool.
I don't even fucking remember. I don't know. Okay.
Brains out of brain.
Brain stopped braining. I'm just here for the ride now.
We wake up in the morning at dawn because K2 wanted to plan. And we gotta wake K2 up, and he's like, no, 5 more minutes, fuck off.
It is only fucking 9:30. Oh my fucking god. I thought it was a lot later than that.
Time
It's good.
flies when you're fast traveling halfway across the world map.
Yeah, right.
Okay, wake up in the morning. Oh god. Wake up in the morning. Where do we want to start the stuff and things? Because everyone's got to do stuff a little bit everywhere.
Well, I guess what we should probably do first is get a clear idea of what everybody's goals are. I can go first.
Smart.
My main reason for coming here is because there is someone in the prison that I want to get out of the prison.
Can we mark these on the map so we can just kind of see like where everything is?
Well, isn't the prison in the city? I thought it was.
It is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I just really bad at visualizing things. Okay, we're good.
Trying to think of what symbol I would use for a prison. Like,
Oh, I was just meaning like, can we put like a dot as we talk about each thing? So we
oh
can,
yeah, sure.
yeah.
Okay. So, prison at the place.
Neat.
Yeah. So that is my main objective here, is to get this person out of the prison.
Right.
Difficult and basically impossible, but let's go.
Mm-hmm.
By ourselves, yes, it's potential with a lot of you that we may have more success.
Mm-hmm.
Difficult to tell until we more accurately discover the location and attempt. As far as myself goes, seek to dismantle the government and install a new one. But
That's all.
That's all. Yeah, it's nothing major or anything.
Yeah. Just a small revolution.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
like half a revolution,
But
really.
of course, these things take time, planning and execution. According to information reports that I've received, we have yet to locate an adequate target to hit to start the chain of events, shall we say. So for the moment, it has been put on hold.
Mm-hmm.
As for right now, I do not have any active goals that I'm aware of.
All right.
Well,
We
if,
just came back from our goal, so I mean,
if no one else has any pressing matters, I should like to return to the remains of my childhood home and recover that painting of my teacher and his wife.
Where is
the
that?
ruins of your old home?
It is on the southern mountainside of Old Sarnath.
Lou.
It is technically underneath the mountain, but not too terribly deep.
Okay, hold on a second. Because Old Sarnath is this ruins right here, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a big old swath of the bay that separates that ruins from the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So you just, when you say the mountains of Old Sarnath, are you just referring to the country of Sarnath? Or
And
is
the
there some
mountains-
other mountains over by the ruins?
Are there
that
some
aren't on
secret
the map?
mountains that we're not seeing here?
Secret
They are
mountains
not-
that your secret childhood home lives under?
They are not secret mountains. My people, upon first landing in Sarnath, were under the misconception that the northern and southern halves of Sarnath were named regionally New and Old Sarnath. And so when I refer to Old Sarnath, I refer to the southern half of this continent. I don't necessarily specifically mean the city of Old Sarnath. That is a contextual error on my part. I
The
apologize.
entrance to your ancestral home would then be within the jungle regions, adjunct to the spines of ruin,
Yes.
the mountain range.
Y'all really don't name anything subtly here, do you?
No.
No,
I don't. I rather like it honestly. Where I come
mean-
from, there's a mountain range. We've called it the mountain or this. We called them the Sky Fags.
I mean,
Joshua,
Yes.
just for like us, so or honestly just me, will you just like mark or ping where you're talking about? Okay.
So yeah, I didn't know specifically if one of these red markers that Josh had put on here was supposed to be Cinderfort. I didn't assume that, and he never specifically told me. I can ping a place for it to be because I know where I think it would be. But if Josh already had it placed, then I don't want to say, "Oh, it's here," because then it's not.
That's fair.
To clarify, the red markers, the only thing that the red markers are points of interest that have been established by you guys in the world building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So neither of those would be sent for.
Okay. Yeah. Because Josh has my world building for Thale, but I'm pretty sure those those markers were probably there before Thale existed.
Yes,
so.
I have not added anything since these were initially put on here.
Yeah. My conception is that it would be here near where the mountain and near where the mountain and the forest meet, but not far from the water line because they obviously need a source of fresh water or a source of water. It's not necessarily fresh.
So it's
It's the ocean, but
like around,
in here.
or like around here, like the southern tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
so
Okay.
I will put a little thing there.
It's at the bottom of the spine of ruin, the tailbone of ruin, one might say.
Oh my God. Painful.
God damn you.
I mean, come on, guys! Like
I thought it was funny.
yeah, like the thematic, like naming, like
Yeah.
it's great. We all love it.
Yeah.
Do we?
There's a C in my game that's literally translated to the blood-filled ocean. That's literally what it means.
But is it though?
Yeah, I literally was like,
Nice.
okay, let's blood-filled. What is that in all these different languages? Ooh, that sounds cool. Paste.
Please.
Control C, Control V.
You know,
Okay. Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, that pink circle is where the remains of Cinderfort would be, or at least that's where the entrance to Cinderfort
Okay.
would be.
So our goal is
Okay.
to get to the pink donut. Got it.
Yes.
the pink donut on the tailbone of ruin.
We are all Homer Simpson, and we want that donut.
Oh.
I was waiting for somebody to get that reference.
Oh, we all got it. Yeah,
Mhm.
classic.
I just wasn't gonna indulge that reference.
Fair.
Here we are.
Hmm.
Cool.
All right, so
Anybody with anything else, even just for
Oh.
shits and giggles?
Oh, tangential goal, but I feel like we'll accomplish this once we do the whole revolutionary bit, which is the plan to steal from the Sarnathi Navy, acquire me a ship. Just to say I could.
you just want a Sarnathi warship just for the lulls.
There's an
I'm a pirate.
expression. There's an expression on Salvix's face. As much as he wants to try to remain like serene and nonplussed, there's an expression of just like, what?
Okay. Theal is just gonna put his hand around Kassam's shoulder. He's gonna take him like
Don't
2
touch
steps
me.
away.
You can't even touch me, actually.
Touch me. Oh yeah. It's true. He's incorporeal.
Oh yeah.
Incorporeal.
I've-
You tried to
yeah,
put your hand on the shoulder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
you tried to-
phased through him.
Stick your hand into
Yeah.
his ectoplasm.
Yeah, and now I'm like,
Ew.
oh, gross. We're like, can we step over here for a moment? Just like 2 steps, like right over there. Like, just 2 steps.
Mhm.
I don't know if you
So-
step still, but
What's that?
I can still walk.
okay. All right, well, yeah, 2 steps. Take 2 steps.
Hmm.
My friend, you once gave me some
Crisscross.
very good advice about reading a room. And
Mhm.
I know we're not technically indoors right now, but I want you to imagine that we're in a room right now, and Salvix is also in that room.
Mhm.
The language written on the walls of that room may be that, at the very least, keep the idea of re- of reclaiming a warship. Keep that a conversation maybe between you and myself, or you and the
Sarnath
owl there.
is visibly delighted at what he said.
Okay, it's good to
But
know that I'm not the only one who is.
She just finds it funny. She
Look.
will not help, really, unless she has to, but she finds it fucking hilarious.
I made it very clear while we were on the ship that you are dealing with a former pirate. And as somebody who knows that the Sarnathi Navy is nigh impenetrable, I would like to stick a giant middle finger to the Navy and say, fuck you, I have one of your ships.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
What do you think happens when you're out at sea with your reclaimed pirate vessel and a member of the Sarnathi Navy comes upon you?
The same thing that happens to
Now
most.
I have ships.
It's good to know that K2 and I were together. I was just thinking it, but I wasn't going to say it.
I have no intention of deterring you in your actions, but I just wanted you to think about that.
Your concern is warranted, but at the same time, I would like to stick a middle finger to the Navy.
I wish you all the luck in the world, my friend. Also, not to break character here for too long, but Joe, why is your AC also on your name?
To make it easier for the DM so he doesn't have to actually ask me what my AC is.
That's fair.
Fair?
Yeah.
I do that for another game that I'm in. The DM is asking me like 3 or 4 times during a fight what my AC is. So we all decided to do that, so he just has to glance at the screen and he knows.
That's fair.
I like that.
That's fair.
Anyway.
Do like Mike's response of, now I have 2 ships.
Anyways, anyone else with touristy
sorry,
ideas? That's dream big, dude. She just kind of points at. I'm just dream big, love. No,
I think that's everything.
I mean, the only thing I've got here is just, sell that blood. That's really it. I'm here for you guys for the rest of it.
I think.
And Darkalion, we appreciate you for being here and not just deciding to leave when your own personal goals got completed.
Yeah, I know, because that would be a dick move, wouldn't it?
It would be.
I mean, what kind of person would do that?
I know y'all are talking about me. That didn't happen to me.
That's a reference to the last campaign.
Yeah.
Where Mike's character, as soon as he completed his goal,
Literally,
he fucking bolted. He didn't even say goodbye. He was fucking gone.
Yeah. There was no goodbye. It was just like, I don't even think we got a note. It was just Spork was fucking while there was chaos
just
in
gone.
Drag
He was like,
we were
well,
just like,
we're
I'm
done.
gnomes and we're fucking out.
Where did
But
all
never
the
saw him
gnomes
again.
go? The whole city went crazy for a day, and then all the gnomes were just gone. What happened?
2 hours. Proof of gnomish
And he was
efficiency.
never seen or heard from again.
Basically.
No, that's true. We saw him once from a distance with a scrying spell, I think.
We did.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
because you guys went like out of your way
Yeah.
just to check up on him. It's like, well, I wonder what Spork's doing right now. Like, well, let me tell you what he's doing.
He was like, in
Spork's
the
living
mountains
his
or some
best life
shit.
right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If
Liberating
anybody's
his
ever
people.
played, if everybody's ever played Frostpunk, it was basically that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, Frostpunk.
Yeah, and also, my goals are still not completely done. So
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
we've completed about 50%.
I've had the
Well,
same.
66% technically.
I've had like the same goals this entire time.
Decipher a dead language.
That is not my main goal.
No, yeah.
It's
No,
just
his,
funny that
his
you
real
came all
main
the way
goal is
here.
finding the perfect recipe for coconut cream pie.
Oh, obviously.
God.
No, it's just start shit.
Also
End
valid.
statement. Yeah.
No.
It's a goal that has no end.
No, that's Merrick's goal. Merrick's goal is to start shit and then move on.
That's why he's nomadic, so he doesn't deal with the consequences of his actions.
Well,
Oh, look, the consequences of my own actions.
Just
Yep.
the actions of his consequences. Oh, it's not
Anyway.
supposed
so now that we've gotten that taken care of, I would say, seeing how Fail's quest seems to be a bit more
Doable.
sure, let's put it that way. Maybe we should start with that, seeing how when we try to do like all the other goals, that's when the whole country is going to be against us.
That's what that much I figured.
to. Right.
Okay, so travel to the not hidden mystical city thingy.
Yeah, I guess we're headed south before we head east.
Yeah.
Are we gonna deal with the blood first, or are we gonna deal with that later?
Han.
Are we gonna leave that here? What are we
Keep
doing?
your voice down. Han will have it dealt with.
Yeah, I think he's got it taken care of.
Oh,
Alrighty.
right. I forgot. Lizard folk.
He will find interested buyers and negotiate a good price.
That will also give
One of
him
the things
ample
we skipped.
time to gather information about the infrastructure of the inner workings of the government and all that stuff that I asked for. You know, just the type of information you need in order to dismantle a government piece by piece,
Correct.
which
Mhm.
I've never done before.
I don't believe you. But it's irrelevant to the statement at hand.
Starting to sound like you once orchestrated a revolution of your own at one point.
Whoa.
Or maybe that's what I want you to think. Whoa.
Mike, I swear to God, if your next character is K3, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, God.
Or it's just K. It's just the younger version of K2.
It's just K.
Yeah. Our next campaign is actually in the past.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
How did K2 get all that money? He stole it from a collapsing government. Hey, well, they're not using it.
I
Actually, they
mean,
bought
how
him
else
out to
did so
stop.
many people get so rich over bullshit? Obviously, they stole money from the poor when they were at their lowest point in their lives or something.
Well, the way I see it, there are technically three routes to get that way. Cross around the smaller parts of the Spines of Ruin. Around this way. You take a longer route that goes past Old Sarnath and up, or we can to just cross directly and then go over.
Josh, the the exclamation points with the blue circle means we know which one is there, correct?
It
Yes.
means we know that there's an idol there. Yeah.
Well, right. But we
But
also
don't think
know
it-
which one, I thought.
Yeah.
We know their effects. I don't.
We don't know how to get rid of it, though.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't think we know which one, like which effect that one had. Yeah, I don't think we know
I don't
that.
remember for that.
No,
Sorry, not-
above game you know which ones have which effects, but in game you do not.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. But we know
We
which
just know that
one
it's there
this
because it
one
was
is.
marked, but we okay.
Yeah, you know that there is an idol there. That's why it's got the blue circle around it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So we
it's
just
different
know
from the
that
effects.
is an idol, as opposed to like this, which is just something.
We don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. Well, we happen to have something else that we can do on the way to Thales thing. And then that conversation that I cut out of the campaign earlier when I thought we were going past an idol, we paste that right here. And so now we
Okay,
have the
nice.
conversation about the idols now.
Gotcha.
Fair.
Right.
So there's one of these idols of power or whatever that we've been trying to destroy. There's one actually south of here on the way to the spines.
I
Yeah.
So are you
Seems-
suggesting that we then dismantle that and then head over the spines?
Yeah.
Right. The spines are treacherous terrain for most people. We may not have as much of an issue due to the fact that we are more experienced in combat.
Oh,
It may still,
Oh.
it may still be a risk.
Like there's like a lot of like monsters or something up in the mountains.
There can be monsters or hazardous terrains.
And
Sometimes.
the more you travel, the more things are the same.
the more
Wow.
things change, the more they stay the same.
Perhaps we can find something interesting with which to extract in. Alex makes the motion of like holding something, whatever that was you lot had.
Oh, the essence.
Yes.
Yeah, well, maybe if like if the beasties up there are interesting looking, we can maybe pull the essence out of them.
wait. How do you? I'm so intrigued. What?
How do we pull the essence out of things? Oh,
Pull the essence out of things?
Magic.
No essence. It's like.
That's what I
The-
said.
Oh, I thought you said message. I thought
No,
you
that-
intentionally
no,
said it wrong, like trying to be
No,
funny.
that was Krista's just slip up with words.
Okay.
I
Words are
literally
hard.
did mean essence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I,
okay. I just thought you were making a joke.
I
It,
Not this time.
K2 does not yet trust the new group enough to tell them about the dagger, so he just says magic.
yeah. As soon as Katie goes magic, I'm like,
Jazz
alright.
hands.
so where I come from, we have a process of collecting essences. It is a combination of a spell and a prayer that you say after the defeation of a creature, and then you have to have an odd, some sort of container with which to house the soul afterwards. I unfortunately am not capable of conducting said spell. I know the prayer, but no, I would be very interested to see how it is that your kind go about doing this.
I'm just giving him a look like, what the
Yeah.
fuck religious shit is this? I just fucking stab like a ghost. I stab the ghost and then it goes into a bottle.
The,
Maybe that's part of the spell.
the spines are home to lesser dragonkin for the most part.
So the lower class.
It, lesser insofar as true dragon, as opposed to us who are not.
Closer to.
So far as like wyverns and such.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Some kobold warrens do make their homes in the spines of ruin, but most kobolds and lizard folk live south of the spines in the jungle terrain.
Okay, there is one thing that I wanted to ask you just about Sarnath in general that has kind of been bugging me. When was the last time someone saw like a true dragon in Sarnath?
Great question, no idea.
Well, certainly, no. Has been some time yet.
Like years, decades, centuries?
Millennia?
Not quite that long. Sarnath was said to have been founded by dragons, but
Sure.
as far as their presence in the modern day is rare, exceedingly.
You think
They
it's
do not.
us?
It's entirely possible that if they were to show their face, the Empire would then hunt them to extinction.
Oh, so the Empire is anti-dragon, like true dragon.
The Empire
want their
is
power.
pro-profit.
Profit, power, to say that you were able to slay a dragon says
Correct.
a lot on who you are and your power. So they want the symbolism of it. They don't actually care for the being of them.
Okay, don't care for the monster, but is more inclined on killing it for political gain.
Yeah.
The Empire is a great worm of its own kind.
So
The other dragons less as allies or as artifacts of history or artifacts of culture, so much as a competitor to their own territory, which needs to be slain in order to prevent it from becoming a problem.
So they're giant hypocrites.
Yes.
They're the government. Yes.
It's possible there may be one or two that might rest in spines. There might be one that might live in the jungle. There might be some that live in the desert. As far as the
Wherever they are, they're
as
hidden.
far as- yes. Not necessarily out of the question that should we be fortunate or unfortunate enough, we might encounter one in the spines themselves as we're traversing. Difficult to say.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I'm assuming that similarly could be said for the mainland as well. I don't imagine many dragons make their roots there.
Last I heard, there hasn't been a dragon to see near High Gulf in years. And by years, I mean a lot of years.
It's funny actually that there actually was a dragon in my homeland, and I knew the guy that killed the dragon.
You're not from the mainland.
No,
again-
no, I'm from a different country.
No.
Mhm.
Well then. Enough?
Neat.
Do you have interesting stories of your homeland then?
I do. He does not elaborate.
Fair enough.
Is Corbin old enough to have ever seen a dragon?
Oh,
I would
he's,
have to assume,
Probably.
yes.
He probably made a friend with the dragon. Have I ever heard him tell stories
he,
about
he
dragons?
probably plays poker with dragons.
That's,
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
The only
Same-
thing They're the only thing rich enough to afford his raising.
At a certain point, when the same 5 people have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah. It's like
they're all in a group together doing some thing to pass the time.
It's like him,
Dr. Chaucer.
Yeah, Dr. Chaucer, Gunther, and then 2 actual dragons instead of just a Dracolich, which feels a little weird, you know?
There probably is a Dracolich in that card game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Gunther, Death's Dracolich. Yeah. Did you forget him?
It's one fucking weird poker game.
Well, yeah,
what are you
no
talking
shit.
about? It's the best fucking poker game.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Except for that time that
great.
Gunther brought the snacks. He doesn't bring the snacks anymore.
Gunther, this is just a rotting corpse.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still good, right? The expiration date hasn't passed yet.
You don't have a stomach. Fuck. Anyways. Right, so...
Wait, I didn't get an answer to my question if ever I had heard stories from Corbin about dragons.
Oh, sure.
Because we kind of tangented off on the poker game of the fucking immortal people of this
We
continent.
answered your question. He's friends with dragons.
Corbin, to answer, is old enough to have met a dragon at least once.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking if I had ever heard him tell a story about a dragon. And
But
him.
did he Grandpa Corbin it and tell her about it?
Rather Corbin.
Let me say it this way. Remember Uncle Keith? Dragon.
He probably would have told you a couple stories about dragons that used to be around.
Cool.
They did.
Yeah. Long since passed.
The story of my best friend Gunther. I don't know what happened to him.
Sometimes, if you're really quiet, you can still hear him. I'm over here, you asshole! Gunther, I miss you.
It's like he's almost here.
Either that or Corbin was there, and it's just so traumatizing. He's intentionally forgot it.
Oh no.
Yeah. The worst option.
Yeah, it's because of the one time he brought the snacks.
He brought Death an offering, and Death removed all of his skin.
Hey.
Oh god.
Alright, so dragons complete. Moving on.
Alright, so when do we want to leave?
I mean, I see no reason to not head off immediately.
Alright, let's go.
Wait, leaving where?
To go south. Do the idol
Oh,
thing,
yeah. Alright.
and then Thale's mission.
Yes. That.
Oh my god, so much has happened. What's Dale's mission? Jesus Christ, there's been so much information.
Thale's mission is going to the tailbone of Ruin,
Oh,
where
right.
And finding
where the donut is.
of his master and his wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then finding out, finding out somewhere along the way that he's related to them or something. I don't know.
Well, so I believe I told Sarnath this. I kept it short earlier, but the other thing I have to do in Cinderfort is I also have to make sure, the portal that we had that transported us from the material plane to the shadow plane is still well and truly destroyed and not activated, and if there's any remnants of it left, I'm supposed to make sure it's completely gone.
Oh, okay.
We gotta break some things.
Well, that's fun too. I like magical bullshit.
And breaking it.
Yeah.
Or stealing it for your...
So as much as Thale would love to return to the Shadow Plane, even temporarily, to visit his people, can't do that through that gate. That gate is not allowed to be opened.
That's the bad juju gate.
So yeah. Also, he would give you the heads up of letting you all know there are going to be a lot of dead bodies in Cinderfort because they lost most of the people that lived there when the raid happened. and there wasn't really anyone left behind to clean them up.
I would like to amend that with skeletons.
Yeah,
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 like
skeletons.
like
they're
dead,
definitely
dead,
skeletons.
like dead, or like living dead.
Well, that is also the problem. My people have
I don't like that.
we have a weird relationship with the concept of death. We don't really see it as an ending so much as it's a transformation.
Hey, we kind of know a guy like that. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Oh man.
Okay,
the idea. So the idea that the life and death are congruent forces that can be pushed and pulled and shaped in various ways is is held in high regards amongst my people. Life and death are just different forms of energy that we use in different ways. So there may be some who have persisted past the veil of life and into undeath due to the magics contained within Cinderfort, or as well as just their own personal magical ability. It's an inherent part of who we are. In a lot of ways, how we feed ourselves, how we, things of that nature. So it's
Okay,
it changes things.
So to loop back around here, should we be expecting the living dead then?
There is a distinct possibility, yes.
Okay, that you could have just said that, but all right.
Yes,
yes, but then we wouldn't get all that exposition about his culture and stuff.
And it's a very interesting culture.
There's rolls her eyes,
God.
like.
That's when you know. Is when you have to convince other people that your own culture is interesting.
Exactly. He's a very insecure lad. Just let him be.
Yeah, another reason I'm happy I wear a mask so people can't see my facial expressions.
Or when you fall asleep.
Exactly.
You can see all of Briar's facial expressions. She just rolls her eyes. She's like, alright, let's move on.
So, the old man who raised him was like, he was great with a weapon, not exactly a conversationalist.
Oh, God. Alright. Well, let's go. Those undead ancestors of Thale aren't gonna kill themselves.
Oh shit!
I don't. I mean, you're not incorrect, but we don't have. Do we have to phrase it like that?
Yeah, kinda.
Apparently.
I mean,
Those are certainly words to describe what we're doing, yes.
I mean, is he wrong though?
I'm not in the interest of
Let's-
context. Let's continue.
Let's just. Yeah. Let's
This
just
was a very interesting conversation. Would definitely be willing to hear more about culture and such on the way.
Yeah,
Does
let's
anyone in this
go.
encampment sell health healing potions?
So we'll start going, and then they all will continue into a very long speech to Sarnath about the
Well, I
different
definitely
aspects of his culture.
Yeah.
Definitely ask Sarnath and Salvix before we leave.
No,
like,
yeah,
anybody
I-
here
no.
sell healing
Yeah,
potions?
I'm just trying to think of if it is it's a probability that they do have some. I just don't know in what quantity and what amount. That's up to Josh, really.
What am I deciding?
Gosh, baby, gotta be God. How many healing potions we got in camp?
Yeah, because they would have them there, it's just I don't know how many. Or do you just want me to, roll some dice and make some numbers up and go off that?
Yeah, roll like 3d4.
I used to have a healing potion. I had to bring it from home.
That's how many you got. You got 2, 2, and 1.
Mike, you really had to conserve for a second. I thought you were about to say, I used to have a healing potion till I took an arrow to the knee.
So like 2 standard, 2 greater,
So
1
Darkalion took it.
superior, effectively. Okay. I'm guessing though it's not that we don't necessarily. That's more just like free stock as opposed to like our total store.
Yeah, sure. Can you
No,
what?
no,
what
that's
is
how
there?
many hit points it heals.
Oh.
Yeah.
5. Oh, guys, I stubbed my pinky toe. Somebody hit me with the potion.
I mean, hey, 5 hit points when you're dying is still 5 hit points.
That's true.
So it's 2 normal, 2 greater, 1 superior.
How much will that cost me?
We just have them. I don't think it's a
Correct.
price thing. Yeah.
Oh, we're just taking them? Sorry, I
we're-
said, can I buy it from anybody here? But
We're
all right.
requisitioning them.
We're just borrowing
You
them.
know
I
what?
swear we'll bring them back.
You haven't requested a shit ton, so Pon's just like, hey, here you go. Now, if Sarnath tried to be like, hey, can I get a thing? He'd be like, what the fuck you paying me with, bitch? So, like...
All right, so
yeah.
just 2 regular, 2 greater, 1 superior.
That's
That's
within camp,
good.
yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Did we want to divvy those up so that it's not just
Are you
one person
taking
with all the
all of them?
potions?
Fuck
No,
yeah, I
Prior's
asked how
taking
many
all
there
of them.
were, and that's what I was told. Yoink.
Well, yeah. No, Briar's holding on to all of them. She's the one that ends up going down the most.
Yeah, so she'll be unconscious and unable to heal all of us.
Yeah, but she'll be surrounded by lovely bottles of healing juice without any way to use them.
I
Yes.
would like it known that in that fucking stupid forest underneath Cardinal's Retreat, my health potions saved this fucking group. So I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it. You're going to.
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Exactly.
We'll divvy them up at some point. We get moving.
Yeah.
That's
Because we have to stop at Pond.
cool.
Sarnath does make the announcement. They're leaving. If my shit gets touched, I'm throwing somebody! Pointedly looks at whoever the fuck it was before.
They're not currently in the supply house.
Cool. Well, looks around at everyone in general because she will murder somebody again. But, yes.
Yeah, okay. Have fun with some shit. I don't really give a damn.
That we on our merry way. Supposedly, allegedly, on our way merry.
Yes, a very walking in sand. Ugh.
Wait, is this
worst.
part also desert, or I thought it was just the northern end of the
No,
Island is
this is more like
right
savannah.
here? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
all right.
Still dry and dusty.
Yeah,
Yes.
still just
Yeah, but there's grass.
Gas.
yeah, dry, dusty grass.
Well, then I guess nothing will ever please you.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
It's funny that it pleased me is it's not dry and dusty.
Well, that's
Sorry,
good and bad, isn't
It
it?
was right there.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, we should have just stayed in camp for a day longer so you could have your fun with Rook. It's fine.
I mold Earth a dust explosion right in front of Briar, so it just washes over her.
Brian just stands there as it happens. It just like goes. She just looks at K2 like.
I just whistle and walk away.
You have the feeling Briar will remember this.
The stare of enmity.
Nice.
I keep walking.
On the road again. Da-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
Ba, 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 ba,
Yeah,
ba,
that's right. You
ba,
guys are right. Okay, so you guys are going back around Sarnath and then down this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's a 2-day travel.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, and you would make it to the statue uneventfully. Nothing happens on your journey there.
Wow.
It cools off over the course of these couple days, a few degrees,
Nice.
and you arrive, and you see sitting on a rock is this idol. It appears to be in rough condition, as it almost looks like it was dipped in oil and set on fire.
Oh.
How far away is it from us?
About 50 feet.
Oh shit, we got pretty close to it without having
Yeah, I was gonna say
like
nothing
any
happened.
effects.
It blends in pretty good to the rock, so
This
it's hard to see it.
feels deceptive.
It's
Well,
a,
the fact that it's
that
the fact
they
that
were
it's
like
just lit on
murder
fire and not
idols.
doing it.
So usually there's some kind of like weird effect that happens in the area.
Now that we're closer and see the idol, do we notice anything?
You don't feel anything. You don't see
Okay.
it.
Nothing looks strange. Okay.
I can't tell if being dipped in oil and like set ablaze means that's how we're supposed to destroy it, or that's what it can do. Like it's gonna light us on fire or something.
Okay, so we
Someone's
never
already done it.
fully established that there are like the things we don't duplicate the way we destroy things. Technically, we've already done fire. Whether that means we can't do fire on another one, not sure. But
yeah, we haven't necessarily hard confirmed that we can't do that, but
we can always try.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
It was
try.
greatly assumed, but not confirmed.
I can try
Correct.
melting it with acid like we did the first one.
Yeah, we've done acid, lightning, radiant, fire. And the poison one, well, we tried a lot. And
yeah, we just didn't.
You can
really
only
get so
do
far.
so much on that one.
Yeah, because unfortunately it was like, Darkalion, deal with it. And he was like, okay! But Darkalion didn't really have a whole lot to be able to deal with it. And also
Darkalion
the
can use
fucking...
fudge.
Come on.
Yeah, and also the fucking... The Remorass
Insides
Hydra
became
thing.
outsides, and like it's just
Yeah, the Hydra Ras.
Yeah.
it was a pain. Anyways,
all right, K2, you're up.
Alright. Do we want to try
Alright,
doubling
back
up and
up.
see if I can just melt it with acid again, or do we want to just attempt a different damage type again?
Well, if each one has been a unique damage type, I would wager that they all must be. Would you mind if I tried something?
Go for it.
All right.
I back up even farther.
And I'm going. I'd say
I
out of
stand
caution, I would
behind my
step to the.
Oh,
So,
I thought you were
yeah,
going to stand behind Briar.
Out of caution, I would move at least like 30, 35 feet back, but then I would cast Toll the Dead on the thing.
I am 150 feet back from the idol.
oh, he is just gone.
Toll the Dead does specify a creature.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
I think most necrotic spells would, wouldn't they?
See, what you need to do, just find a lizard,
Most.
put it near the idol, and then cast it on that.
Obviously, yeah.
Nice.
So, if it is necrotic damage, and if a spell, because I think at least all the necrotic damage spells I know specify that it has to be cast on a creature, not an undead or construct. But my sword, doing very little necrotic damage, does do
Correct.
necrotic damage.
It does.
Yeah.
You just gotta be right up in it.
Right up in its grill.
That's the
Right up in
that's
it.
the issue.
Yeah, and as far as we know, it has a 50-foot radius of effect, so you got like two rounds to get
I just realized that when it comes to going back to that one for the poison one in the tundra, I'm chilling now.
True, yeah.
If this is a fiery based idol, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who has decent resistance to it.
I was gonna say, this one might deal in fire damage.
Yeah, we don't have one of those yet.
We haven't done that yet, so
It could get hot in there.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, that is a distinct possibility. Well, you know what?
Nothing
You know what?
ventured.
Huh?
I said nothing ventured, you know?
I can make a water bomb.
So what? You know what? Why don't you do that? I am going to go up to this thing, and I am going to strike it. Now, after I do so, if should anything happen, I will immediately move 30 feet back, and then hopefully my feet will be able to carry me the rest of the way, as I can only instantaneously move up to 30 feet.
Okay. And if things go worse for you, I'll let Demina know that you tried your best.
She's here. She's here. She can't hear you. She's in my shadow. She goes everywhere with me. But
What?
we're not going to.
Another
We're not
time.
going to worry about that right now. We can talk about that another time.
I just look at my shadow like this fucking guy.
I thought I was the only one.
He's trying to be. Dale is just like a smush of like a bunch of characters, just all mushed into one. Amazing.
All right, so don't die. Leaving you, dude.
Thank you.
Do it! I believe in you.
All right, Josh,
supposed
you
to know
want
what
to
it
make an
does,
attack roll,
honestly.
or
Yeah, it's an object. You still have to hit it
all right?
enough to
Anything happen
deal.
while he approaches? Or is
No.
he... Okay.
Because I thought, wasn't someone standing up like right next to it?
No, we're 50
No, we
feet
all
back
back
from
the
it.
fuck up.
You, my dude, you're going right next to it.
Oh no! I thought before I went to attack and
No.
someone had gotten close to it.
Oh.
No.
No.
We backed, they
Okay.
backed the
Nah,
fuck up.
homie.
Yeah. We got like
It's
within
all
50
you,
feet,
my dude.
and then
Okay.
and then we saw it, and then nobody entered close until you did.
All right. Well, someone's got to be brave, and I guess it's gonna be me.
We had other
Sure, mourn
options
my
before
loss.
this, but you just went for it. So you're up, my guy.
I will, with caution, begin to approach this idol.
Okay.
Do at any point in time in the walking up to said idol, does anything happen to me?
Nope.
All right. Cool. Now,
I thought you said they were like murder idols.
Yeah, this one's a little
Before-
less murdery than the other ones.
Murdery.
before I do anything else, I'm gonna just detect magic on this thing.
It's magic.
Wow.
Sure.
Whoa.
Oh, doesn't it tell me like what school of magic? Or...
It's evocation. They're all evocation.
Oh, okay. I was hoping I could learn something more
could've
concrete
told
from
you
that, but no. Shame I don't know identify, but I don't know.
It
if that
looks-
would work either.
It looks like you're trying to identify the magic. Would you like help with that?
Yes.
Magic is just clippy sense. Good.
All right, you're up, buddy. Show us what you got.
Before I do, K2, can you tell me anything more about this with your identify magic?
I'd have to be right up in there with you, bud.
I mean, I'm fine. Do you have to touch it?
I think you actually do have to touch it with
Yeah,
identify.
You
yeah.
do.
Yeah. it's a
Yeah.
touch spell.
These are not the things you touch willy nilly.
Okay. Hear me out. I don't necessarily think this is the brightest decision. But
You
I'm
can
going-
always come back.
I'm going to touch it, and if nothing happens to me, then you can come and identify it. And then we can continue from there.
I have faith in you.
So you're going to touch it first.
Before you try anything, you're gonna touch it. Sounds good.
This is me. Theo is all of us.
Wait, what if Theo is from the future and he's all of our grandkid?
I would be concerned.
That's hilarious. Okay.
It's a really weird orgy.
Turn to Theo and just tell him 5 gold. He bursts into flames.
You turn to Thale. Thale's not. Thale's over there.
Good luck with that.
That's
Thale.
what you're
On
talking
Thale.
about.
Alright.
What?
You shout it then.
Theo, I bet
Anyway.
you money you're going to die. What?
Well, it's a very specific way, alright? If I die a different way, you still have to pay me.
Oh my god.
God.
Alright, he touches it. What happens?
All right. He reaches out and touches it, and it creates a small spark.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
And Thale, you take 1 point of fire damage.
Oh.
I could literally walk up and touch that thing, it would be fine.
No, you'd still take 1 point of fire damage. Can't reduce
Yeah, but even if you resist it, 1 damage is still reduced to 1 damage.
Yay, rounding up.
Yeah,
Well-
for rounding up.
I mean, even
It singed my finger.
I think maybe this is like the first one they put up, like the prototype.
I'm just impressed they got it here.
Or maybe it recently exploded and it hasn't recharged or something. Maybe it's
You
an
know,
exploding
that
one.
makes a lot of sense too.
You were expecting something a bit bigger, I take it.
Yeah, all the other ones have been like down to the wire, almost die to destroy it type thing.
Well, that was just touching it. We haven't tried destroying it yet.
And it's true.
Yes.
Maybe worse can happen if you try and destroy it.
Hey, if it's fire, try water.
There.
Look at this
Why not
little
control
water
water?
skin at it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you got a water skin, try just pouring it on it.
I pour some water on it.
As you begin to take your second action,
Oh no.
oh,
Oh no.
Here we go.
you hear a loud crashing sound from above you,
Oh no.
and as you glance up, you see a large mass of flaming rock
fuck!
begin descending. I need you to make a dex save.
Look, it's a meteor.
Spawns meteors.
Beautiful, fucking amazing.
It was pulling fucking meteors from orbit.
All right,
Meteor strike.
that is not high enough.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Don't worry, buddy. I have 5 potions with your name on it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So you
That's
take
a lot of damage.
it's casting baby meteor strike. Yeah.
you're resistant to fire, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you take 16 points of fire damage and 40 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah, can't reduce that.
We just see him get hit by a fucking meteor.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I come out of that and I'm like, that was rather unpleasant. Don't touch it.
Yeah, we could have told you that.
Alright, now I see that is wow.
Gotta brush the stone rubble off of me and detritus. Like, I'm going to
try
come
the
over
water?
there. Well, I don't know that would be the most effective method, and even if it does, I don't want to get hit by that at least not twice in the same 10 minutes. So I'm
Oh,
going
that's
over there now.
hilarious.
I mean, you probably could survive a second one.
Well, just because I would survive it doesn't mean I'll enjoy the experience. You'll survive it. Do you want to go try?
Not particularly, no.
Well, then I don't want to hear it.
K2, can you, the way you make, make things acid or whatever? I don't know. Can you make things water?
Just throw a giant ball of water at it.
Yeah.
He tried the water.
No, I
yeah,
don't think that I
far.
got to. I think the
Yeah,
meteor
went
hit me
through.
as I was.
Yeah, it was
As
like
he
it was
started
in
his second
response. Yeah, it was like a defense mechanism almost to the water.
I think it was more of a delay to
He
touching it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the fire spark started the thing, and then it finally hit on the second action.
Yeah, it was your marking. It marked you, and then the laser guided missile hit you.
Yeah.
So, that went well.
I mean, most of us
You did
lived.
good, bud. You did good.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that might have been a poor effort on my part, but
I mean, it's
You
fine.
did
You
it,
still have
yeah.
eyebrows.
We learned. It's a good learning thing.
yes,
Hmm.
yes.
It was a learning experience. You still have your eyebrows, so that counts for something at least.
I do, yes.
Although I don't think you have much arm hair left.
No, I didn't have much of that to begin with.
Alright, I'm gonna just shoot an acid bolt at it to see if acid works.
I move 150 feet away from K2.
You're 300 feet away from us.
No, I'm 150
No, he had
feet away
walked
from
back to-
both, so at least.
Woo!
Alright, K2 tries to acid the thing. So all of
Alright.
these are just giant trial and errors, basically, to see what works.
Well, I mean, the first one, I just blew it up and it melted, so.
Yep. Alright, go ahead and cast your spell.
Okay. Acid.
Acid.
God damn it, Umbersill.
He heard acid and he came running. He's named after a black dragon.
You
Or
agree?
his tiny roar.
I just figured that Umbersill was really active in the scene in the 70s. He's like, bro,
God.
give me some.
Where's
Look, Umbersill is immortal.
he? It's the great Bumby.
Doug, wait, Bumby.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
Bumby.
acid bolt it, and it
Yeah.
it impacts it, washes over it, and seems to do nothing to it.
Alright. I look up.
K2 doesn't get sparked, does he?
Nope.
Cool.
And I look up and there's no meteor coming down at me from the sky.
There was no spark, so you assume that nothing's going to happen, and 6 seconds later, there is no meteor.
Alright, cool. Well, acid didn't work. What else have we got? We've already done acid. We already did fire. We did lightning.
Water. What have we done before? Yeah, we've done acid, lightning, radiant, and fire.
Acid,
Doesn't
lightning,
mean
radiant, fire.
One of those might not work on this one too. We don't know for sure.
Well, we just tried acid and it didn't work. So
That's
Well,
but I'm
if
just saying.
this thing is
Try the
conjuring
important ones
meteors,
first.
if this thing conjures flaming meteors, perhaps the other is cold?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I can try like a cold bolt.
what I was saying.
Sure.
I know where you were going with that, but
Yeah, good idea there, Salvix. I'll do a cold bolt.
Another trigger. Briar will really remember this.
Duck Kelly looks over to Briar, and you wondered why I chose you.
He's a pain in the ass, but he's our pain in the ass.
Alright. I'll send another firebolt that is cold damage on this one.
Sounds good.
Does it?
So I was like, okay, anything?
Yeah.
Does
it do
anything
things?
happen?
30 for 14.
All right. You hit it. The ice impacts, shatters, and seems to do nothing.
Alright.
Oh.
Do I get the sense that this thing has like a damage threshold? Because I know, like back in the day when we destroyed the one with acid, I used a fireball instead of a firebolt, which is a much bigger spell. So do I get the sense that I'm just not trying hard enough, or does it actually not have an effect for cold damage?
It seems to just not have an effect on it at all for the damage type.
Alright. So, other damage types that I can do poison. I can also do necrotic and psychic, but unfortunately, just like fail, those specifically have to be against like creatures. I don't think they work against objects.
Yeah, what I have to do necrotic damage also requires me to hit a creature.
It's almost like necrotic and psychic are inherently linked to living things.
Whoa.
I got lots of just radiant and fire, man.
Yeah.
Radiant and fire.
Yeah.
I have lightning, cold, and psychic.
Yeah, and yeah,
Don't hit me.
We've done all the elemental types. Yeah, acid,
Does-
cold, fire, lightning. We're assuming none of those work, so I'm out.
I have guidance. That's about it.
Nice.
As far as my shit, I require porosity to actually do anything.
I can technically also do force damage. I've got that one.
No?
Does the magic that destroys them always correlate against what type of magic?
No, not necessarily.
Well, it was
Well,
it
this
was
is Sarnath
kind.
legit asking.
It was. I mean, there's
Oh.
some correlation, kind of like water, and then lightning, and then the earth and the rock being, and then radiant. So the earth and the sky, and then the insect one. I don't really know what you would. I don't really. We never really figured out what that. I mean, and then that one was fire, but bug is.
I mean, fire does keep bugs away.
It does, but I'm just trying to think of what damage type was bug supposed to be. And
Poison?
then poison. Well, poison. We already know which one's poison. That was the one in the tundra,
That's true.
and we never
And
figured that
we
one
never
out.
figured that one out.
And then the other one was necrotic and acid.
Acid.
Wait, how was the one in the tundra poison? I thought that was Guts one.
Well, the
Yeah,
only
it was-
reason we know it was
It
poison was because
inflicts the
Darkalion
poison.
was immune to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
that's right,
Yeah.
okay. I
It
forgot
mechanically
that's right.
inflicts the poisoned condition, but the poison condition in this case is Flipsy
Causes
gutsy.
Inside. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. What does it cause?
Flipsy gutsy.
Gutsy. That's what I
Flipsy
think they
Gutsy.
called it last time.
I forgot about that.
Session title.
Okay.
Yep. So
So
I mean, it called a meteor from the sky. So
could this one be?
maybe let's throw
then?
a rock at it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I use mold earth to do like an
Fuck a
earth
rock.
tidal wave around it. Just smack it with rocks.
Okay. You plink it with some rocks, and they kind of bat it around a little bit, but it doesn't seem to do
So
anything.
here's my thing: is like if we were going by like real world like science, then force would make sense because it'd be like force is kind of like the vacuum damage type, and like
Right.
the meteor came from space, but that's not how space works in D&D. So that's why I'm kind of getting hung up on that. It's like because like space in D&D is just kind of like a liminal space of no oxygen that you kind of drift through. There's no actual vacuum. It's just a lack of oxygen.
Mhm.
And that's even assuming that the meteor came from space. Maybe there's another fucking floating city up there.
Did the spark only happen after you touched it, Dale?
Yes.
I just had a really stupid idea.
What is it? No idea is too stupid, let's be real.
What if we got the meteor to fall up?
What?
Ow.
Well,
So glad you
Uh,
asked. Well,
so Josh, can we take like can we move the idols, or are they like locked in place?
You can try.
You'd have to touch it,
Okay.
so you'd be risking.
Well, you said that when I was hitting it with rocks, it kind of like slapped it around a bit. Did I notice it kind of move around on the pedestal?
It like slid around on it.
Okay, so it's not like locked in place. It can move.
Yeah.
So here's my theory. Someone flies with the idol. The meteor that's coming down, because it's coming down on the person who touched the idol, it gets drawn towards them and starts to not fall, and actually follows them where they fly, and then you go past it, fly up into the sky, and then as it's kind of like flying up into the sky towards you, you, I don't know, like either throw the idol at it or like throw the idol past you and maybe it follows the idol instead. One of the two.
Can any of us fly faster than that thing falls? Because if I could have just run out of the way, I would have done that.
so basically, you're just wanting to hit the idol with the meteor that it creates.
Maybe.
Well, technically, wouldn't it have hit wouldn't it have hit the idol earlier when it hit fail?
Yeah, that's what
He
I
was
was trying
standing
to
right
think,
on
like,
it.
yeah. That's why I'm trying to think, like, maybe, like, the shifting the flight path of the meteor would cause something to happen. I don't know.
The question is, how big was the meteor that hit Thale?
Chonk.
The size of an elephant.
Okay, it's not
Then
that
it
big.
probably would have hit the idol as well at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it probably did nothing, so I think realistically we can rule that out. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
not, but I think probably not.
Right, I'm just
I-
saying that something changes once you get past it and above it, and its flight path changes to go away from the Earth. That's the
Just-
only thing. That's the only thing I got.
Just to satisfy my brain, because it won't stop asking me to do it, I'm just gonna walk over and pour water on this without touching it.
Okay.
Don't know why I expected. I'm gonna go bite the fucking idol.
Well,
You
That would be necrotic.
you pour water on it as you walk up next to it. You pour water onto it, creating a spark.
Oh,
Oh no.
And 6 seconds later,
I was gonna say, can I run?
yeah,
I won't run towards the group. I kind of just want to see if the meteor follows
Just
me.
run away.
So I run
off to
away.
the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I should run at K2 after the last two. Brian remembered this. I run at K2. No, I'm just joking. I run the other direction.
Jeez.
Yeah, just run away.
all right, yeah, you run away, and after that 6-second timer, the meteor appears above you and begins falling. And as you keep moving, it just kind of seems to gravitate toward you
Okay.
before impacting right on top of you.
All right.
it's got a tracking mechanism.
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Do I get to try and?
Next save.
Yeah, deck save.
I was gonna say, I was like, God damn, what? Did I trip and fall? I mean, I might.
We're
not
gonna take
probably-
damage regardless, but
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it might be less. Never mind, it's not less.
you get a nice amount of damage.
69.
Oh, yeah, it is. Of course, Corey would get
Let's
all people.
go.
So Sarnath just kind of watches this for a second and just. Well, now we know what follows. But it's
Yeah.
triggered by touch and water, or. Yeah, it's triggered by touch and
Well,
water.
Yeah, I think it might just be triggered by anything.
I think if you're
Colliding
close enough
with
to
it.
it and you do anything to it,
Well, if it's
Yeah.
touched in any way, basically.
Yeah.
well, no, because K2 threw a bunch of stuff at it, but from over here, he didn't get a meteor, so I think you have to be close enough.
Yeah, it might be within, if you're within like 10, 15 feet of it and the sparks, then maybe that's what that part is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone really wants to test that because that's going to hurt regardless.
Okay, so what else do we have that we haven't tried?
Does anybody have any crossbows?
Yeah.
A longbow.
Oh, shoot it with an arrow. See if that does anything. It probably won't, but
Not gonna lie,
mean-
one of my ideas was just walk up and accept the fate of getting hit by a meteor just to try and see if I could fucking break it.
Fine.
You are more than welcome to.
I mean, yeah. You can
Say,
give it a try.
I'll go back by Darkalion because he's right at where range would be for my longbow, and I'll shoot it with an arrow from there.
I move 150 feet away from him.
Coward.
Fuck yeah!
That probably misses anyway.
I mean, you can keep shooting until you hit, though.
That one doesn't.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
You shoot at the idol. The first one hits side of it and bounces off of it. The second one just goes right into the middle of it, and the idol just shatters.
Oh.
Hey, that's just
Oh, okay.
Eight.
Cool.
I did it! Hooray!
yeah.
Are
So
you
it
okay?
was physical damage or
Piercing.
piercing?
Piercing, yeah. Alright, I guess we never considered the fucking.
Well, yeah, because
But
that
do
was
we wanna-
fire and bludgeoning, so I mean.
Do we want to test and make sure that it's destroyed?
I mean,
my
that
God.
was the same reaction as all of them, right? They just shattered.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a debate idol.
Yeah.
Alright, 6 out of 10. Woo!
Yeah, it's not actually the idol doing it. It's just like there's a very just small genie in there. He's just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Alright, well, there's there
And
we
now
go.
we've let him free to terrorize the countryside.
He deserves it.
Was there anything in the idol by any chance?
No.
Okay, just checking.
There usually isn't.
No, I know, but the one
Yeah.
time you don't ask is when Josh hides something in an idol.
Yeah. Oh, look! In this small in this small dog-sized idol, there's an entire vorpal glaive.
Is there anything else near where the idol was that's of importance? Which probably not.
It's a nice pedestal there.
I take a fragment of the idol like I've done with every other idol since the beginning.
That's fair.
Since the beginning of time.
Then he's gonna make the Omega idol,
Ah.
but not to the god of the prismatic halo, to his god.
He's just making
Finance.
Exodia. Gathering all the pieces of Exodia.
Obliterate!
Exactly.
And then the maid, and then in Lorik, all of a sudden, all of the shitty students of the college just wither away.
Nice. Well, that was interesting.
Yes.
Neat. Okay, let's go to.
6 seconds later. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No!
6 seconds later, it's not just one, it's all of the meteors.
You get a message from Fizzledorf where it's just, I don't feel so good, K2.
Oh.
I don't feel so good, Cade.
So now I thought I was gonna get fucking moderate. I was gonna get 2 meteors dropped on me. I think Tori is the only other person here who watched Naruto, so she gets it.
Oh shit! Actually, I missed out. Now that you say that.
Oh, you
that?
motherfucker.
Yeah, Friar takes an extra 12 damage.
Why?
Why?
It's supposed to go up 1 dice every time.
Wow,
One die
thanks,
per-
Joshua.
Sorry. I just
That
wanted
ruined
to
her
make a
69
Naruto
damage.
It
reference.
did, yeah. Instead now it's
You-
81.
You bitch.
Oh.
If you throw another moon at me, I'm gonna lose it.
I just watched that like yesterday.
Don't even know what it is.
Infinity War.
Oh,
Yeah,
Also, saw Guardians 3 today. Very excellent.
amazing movie.
Haven't seen it yet.
no
Oh my god.
I'm not
It's
gonna
amazing.
throw a movie,
Enjoy.
I'm gonna throw the whole fucking solar system.
All right. Well,
Well, that was fun.
See, it's like a little puzzle every time. And this time the stakes weren't as big because we only got attacked when we actually touched it, instead of just
Yeah.
being close to it.
yeah, the guts one wasn't a fun one.
No, the guts one was terrible.
That
Oh,
sounds
no.
horrible.
That was
does
fine.
not seem fun.
Although, to be fair, it did give me a little bit of a high, so it wasn't that bad.
It gave me not great feelings.
Yeah, I remember that.
See ya.
Yeah, I remember. You should. I tried to eat Edward.
Yep.
Good times.
Good times.
All right.
Is that a danger? Does she do that often?
No,
Okay.
no. She was kind of going through like this personal thing. It's
There was a
not-
lot
it's-
going
yeah.
on at that time.
Yeah, it's not an issue anymore.
Okay.
Well,
So we're
I wouldn't say anymore.
It's not an issue right now.
maybe down the
All right.
another thing to put a pin in. Definitely.
It's not an issue today.
It's not an issue.
We'll table that one for now. We'll table that one for now.
The day is not over yet.
It's not an issue at this current point in time.
It's not an issue right now.
That's what I said.
Okay.
God.
Chug to the
Moving
not
on.
undead city.
Yeah, and Dead City, here we come.
All right. I think that with that, that's a good point for us to end for the night.
I completely agree. So I'm going to end the recording here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week.
Bye bye. Bye now.
Bye bye.